classroom for 2 hours.
You got this.
You got it. Yeah. Hey, everyone. We have Paul and Heather here. Hello.
Hi.
And David, Garage Geek.
Oh, we're live.
Heather's running out. Yeah, sorry, it was on time, so I didn't mean to cut you off, Heather. But
I got a dog in my lap anyway. He's laughing.
Heather, sorry, it was on time, so I didn't mean to cut you off, Heather. But
someone's playing it live.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's a cluster already. Sorry, guys. I had my YouTube open. Okay. Thankfully, not too many people are watching. Hello, whoever is here. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Just wanted to throw a little celebratory live stream together, as this is officially today in Japanese time anyway, my first year anniversary of making videos on YouTube. And I know Paul's been here a little bit longer than that. And David's is an old veteran from the trenches. So thanks for joining me, guys.
Actually, Jeff, the fact is I didn't actually do this as the YouTube channel. I'm doing it until like June. I was just doing random stuff on the channel. So as a BookTube channel, my anniversary technically would be in June.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I thought you were like at least showing books and stuff.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
You were doing the Paul on the face camera stuff until the summer, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you're coming up on some then. Well, we'll probably have some other people popping in here. And if someone wants to join in when we have a spot, I'll be glad to send you a link to pop on. We got John from REH Foundation. Thank you very much, John.
Hey,
Great
John.
to see you here. And Rob. Okay. Rob, just getting myself sorted out. Okay, Rob. Here, I believe he is here. Let's get Rob going. Oh, we got Larry popping in here. Hey, Larry. I hadn't heard from you, so I wasn't sure you'd make it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either.
Party on, Wayne. Hey, how's it going, Nick? Wow. And we got Goat Man here. All right. Nick, if you want to pop on later, please let me know. I know we'll try to get some other people on here if we can. Just wanted to hang out. Don't really have a subject per se. I'll just say, how are you gentlemen doing this evening, and what are you up to, and what's the news, the haps with you guys? Paul, you want to start? What's up? What are you up to? What are you going?
Oh, I've been taking the week off. Actually, I've been working on some personal projects, so I have a bunch of stuff lined up for next week. I haven't done much this week, but I got a bunch of stuff coming up as usual. I'm way ahead. I have too much to even get it all filmed half the time. So,
well, yeah, I understand how that can go for sure. How about you, David? What have you been up to? I know you've been you're on a vacation as well, right?
Today is my first day of a 10-day vacation, and I'm so happy. So I'm going to be in my garage mostly up until like the afternoon. And then after that, I'll just be reading, and I'll just, watching movies, which is awesome. I made a video today. I will randomly make videos. I love doing that. My next video is going to be the one that you suggested, which is looking at your stats, right? Your best and your worst. And so,
all right.
Go on with me.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that. Boy, I got well, Chadwick's on here too. Yeah, it's getting it's going to be crowded, but great to see everyone. Hey, Rob,
how's it going?
Good.
Hey,
hey, Chad, how's it going? Wow, we got a lot going on. Well, Paul, I don't know if you've met Chad or Larry, but
I've talked to Chadwick before.
Oh, good, okay. And of course, I know you know Rob. Well, Larry, how about you? I know you just completed a vacation week, and now you're sadly back at work. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, it sucks. I just got a unboxing a little while ago, but I haven't got it up yet. I'm trying to try to get it up tonight. I finally decided on which e-reader for a new one. So
I hope you're successful in getting it up tonight.
Yeah, Brett wants to be sorted out here. So so we got Brett in the house. Hi, Brett. We got Donald Rex. Hey, Donald. We got Joe. Hey, Joe. How you doing? Goat Man, of course, we already saw there. And let's see, what do we got here? Can you guys look at each other Brady Bunch style? Yeah, let's try it. The Brady Bunch. Got a point downstairs there. Yeah, or down below. Oh, David popped out. Okay.
to make a stew.
Where did you go?
David said he wanted to. He didn't want to crowd it up. He wanted to let room for anybody else. So, if Nick, if you want to hop on, feel free. Nope. Wait a second. No, he's back on. David, what's going on? Can you not leave?
Yeah, I can, but I was just in the wings.
Okay, I just saw you waiting in the stage, so I didn't.
I'm hanging out there. You forced me in. Thank God I wasn't picking my nose.
I'm glad you weren't. Or your butt or something like that. Okay. All right. Well, you want to go out then? Okay.
I'll be there if you need me.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, and if any time, Jeff, if you need to bring other people in, I can pop off and wait in the studio in the wings. So if you need room, let me know.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. What I wish I don't have a paid account, so I can't have more than 5 with me at a time, which is a bummer. But because I'd like to cram a bunch.
I can't stay too long, but I wanted to pop in and congratulate.
I appreciate that, Larry. I thought it might be way
man.
past your bedtime, so I wasn't sure if you were gonna.
Well,
because you have to work at what, 3 a.m.
Unfortunately, but I do have something new I have not shown yet. If you want to look at it,
Yeah, let's see it.
go.
Yeah, for sure.
Check this out.
Oh, nice. Here, let me make you big, man. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get myself going here. I'm not up to snuff this morning yet. Okay, no, where are you? Let's get you over here, Larry. Okay. Nope, sorry. Wrong one. There we go. Okay.
So this is a reissue of the old 1976 calendar.
Wow. Yeah, I think I remember Steve Donahue talking about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, when I started reading comics, I think in 77, and I was about 9 years old. And so this 76 calendar was advertised in all the Marvel comics back then. So I seen that ad and I always wanted it, but I never saw it at a store. I think you had to send off for it back then. There's no other way to get it. And so, I mean, it's probably kind of goofy, but it's got that nice John Romita and Sal Buscema and all these others artists in it. And it's just, it's just a childhood dream, basically, that I would get this. So I'll keep this even after.
Does it have the different images on the back that you can show? The different months?
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet, actually, but.
Yeah, you don't have to open it. I was just curious if, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not goofy. That's cool.
And when I get up to 1976 in my year series, I'll probably show a lot of this calendar then, But
yeah, David mentions the Hildebrandt Tolkien calendars.
They were in all the comic books too. All the ads. They always
those guys are awesome.
You guys remember seeing those ads? And you can make me little again.
Okay. Uh-oh, did we lose Chadwick somehow? Okay, I guess we had lost Chadwick. Here, hold on. Let me get him back on, and then I'll make us, all regular size again here.
Yeah,
okay.
I got on, and everybody was silent, and I logged out.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear everybody,
okay.
But I could hear Jeb, and then everybody else was just like. So I evidently I got Rob's computer at some point. So
yeah, because Rob had that problem before. I don't know what's up with
StreamYard. Find out the solution to that. I don't know what browser you're using, but StreamYard does not like Safari. So if you're using Safari,
yeah, I got Safari. So.
Yeah, so I had to download Chrome because evidently that's what StreamYard likes.
I'm using Mozilla, and it usually doesn't have too much trouble.
Yeah, Firefox was their second choice if you don't have Chrome.
We got Jack Yo here. Hi, Jack.
Yo, Jack.
And of course, John. And the best professionals. Yeah, that's very kind of you to say. I don't know how professional I am, but anyway. Oh, yeah. Now we have too bad we have to hear Chadwick now, David, being a little joking in there. Well, that was very cool, Larry. Did anyone else ever have that Marvel calendar, the 1976?
No. I used to see it all the time, but I've never had it.
Yeah. Yeah, the ads were everywhere. But
yeah, it was more for me. It was mostly the Sports Illustrated swimsuit model calendar that I got every Christmas. So
with the football phone.
Football phone. No, I don't remember that. I never cared. I never looked at Sports Illustrated. I just wanted the calendar. That's all. So
I had the football phone. Yeah.
Nice.
yeah, Paul's a football guy, right? Yeah, and Larry, are you a sports guy?
Not at all.
And Chadwick it maybe isn't. I don't know. Oh, we have
Not particularly, but my Tanya got me hooked on soccer or football.
Oh, soccer. Yeah,
Enjoyed it. Yeah.
football to the rest of the world. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Stick around if we have room for you, Greg. We'll pull you on, okay? But we got a full house now. Hey, Paul, and your buddy Steve is waiting in the wings too. So we'll get him on before too long.
I can
How
sell
many
off
can
if
you
you
have
want.
on at
I
once?
mean,
And I just watched you and Mark's video for the Return of the Sunless show. That was awesome.
Okay.
Great job.
Thanks. Next week we might do Poseidon Adventure or the next James Bond movie. So,
Oh, you guys are leaving Wonder Woman behind for a while.
well, every couple of weeks we do something else so we don't get burned out on the same thing.
Yeah.
We try to do like 4 or 5 episodes and then do a special. What the specials nobody cares about. They just want Wonder Woman.
Well, yeah, it's pretty hard to get tired of Linda Carter, probably. But
Yeah. To be fair.
well, thanks for popping on. Well, let's see. Anyone else have something they want to show, like Larry did? Anyone else got a new acquisition you want to show off? Paul's or Chad? Rob? Rob usually has 76 books.
I have one, but I can't show you any of the interior art.
Oh, a little too racy.
I'll take you down.
Oh,
Hey, Jeff, I'm gonna bail, but I want to stop in and congratulate you, and I hope you stay around for another year. Okay.
Well, thanks much, Larry. I'm sorry I don't mean to drop out so fast, but it's great for you to take the time. I really appreciate it.
And I'll watch later for sure. Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you.
All right. Thanks, Larry. Appreciate you stopping by. Thanks a bunch. Have a great
Have a good
weekend.
stream.
I did find something at when I went thrift shopping. I found this old Hallmark haunted house pop-up book
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
from way back, and there's a couple pages missing, but it's still mostly in good shape
Oh,
for
that's
99
cool.
cents. So I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, it was just randomly on the shelf, and it's like this is from back in the 60s, I think it was. And
Looks like
I
it.
thought that was kind of a cool, just little kind of a fun find.
that's what's so
That is
great
cool.
about thrift stores is just find these random vintage lost treasures. It's just
There you go. Nice little treasure. The old ones are so good. They even had separate pictures on the back side. There's a picture on the front of the pop up, and pictures on the back are completely different. It's cool. But for 99 cents, I thought I'd pick it up. It'd be a fun little thing to grab. There's a couple damaged pages, but for the most part, yes, I had a couple damaged pages, but this is it. That's it. Otherwise, it's in really good shape. So
wow, that's cool.
thought that was kind of fun.
Nice. Rob,
I
did you?
got
Oh, Chad. Okay, let me get you going over here, Chad. Hold on.
I got
All right, I can do this.
Moon
I
of
can
the
work
Wolf.
this thing. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. Moon of the Wolf.
book that was the source material for the made for television movie that David Jansen, Barbara Rush, and Bradford Billman were in 1972. I saw that it was based on a book, and I looked it up, and I'm like, I can get it for something that doesn't seem embarrassing, so I got it, and I'm like, yes, I got a werewolf book. So that's I'll be talking about it in the next episode of Stuff of the Week. But
Well, here's
That's
hoping
my,
it's better than the movie.
Yeah. Moon of the Wolf. Yeah, that's the
Oh.
exact same edition. Nick found it. So
Nick got it just
that is sweet.
exact same edition last weekend. So he'll probably
Very
read it
nice.
before I get to this. So he'll probably spoil it. So
Well, I put up the link if anyone wants, who's waiting in the wings, like Greg or Steve from Check Your Steve wants to hop in, or Nick or anybody. So, sorry.
You said check your Steve. I said check your Steve.
Check Your Steve. Yeah, Check Your Steve is in the wings somewhere. So,
Yeah, I saw his name, but
and I like the movie, Paul. Do you like the movie Paul, or do you like the movie that's titled Paul? Because there's a movie called Paul too. So
yeah. This is
That was fun.
The Alien movie?
Day to you.
Yeah.
Happy
The,
birthday
Oh.
to you.
I didn't show this in the video, but this was something I discovered when I opened up. It came with a poster.
This is nuts.
You gotta,
It's nuts.
you can have like the David Jansen artwork, or the other like werewolf at the door artwork. So
Nice.
cool.
What's up, Jake?
What's going on? What's everybody doing here?
We're just
I'm not
We're
here,
just-
Jake. I'm writing right now. I'm not here.
Hey, you're supposed to be working right now.
yeah, you got your extended deadline. Thanks for stopping by, Jake. Nice to see you. How's everything going down there in Denton?
Crazy. I've been bombarded with submissions. I'm supposed to be finishing this book, and we're talking about this tomorrow. I haven't had time to open it today.
How far along are you in it?
Halfway.
Well, you can. Yeah, I guess you'll be burning the midnight oil, huh?
Uh-huh.
What is this,
Pretty much.
Jake? Someone says here. What? Let me get. Hold on. I'm losing track here. Hold on. Jake, you need to be in a Marilyn Monroe dress to do that. Yeah, the happy birthday, Mr. President.
Oh, I could pull it off.
I'm just glad
Is
he's
there a
not.
cake? Yeah, please don't pull it off. Okay.
Yes.
Don't stand over any like subway grates or anything when you're
Oh, good gosh.
Oh, Rob must have. No, not Rob. Chad. Did Chad jump out? What happened? Boy. Oh boy. And now we got Greg. Can't get Greg in there now.
I'll
well,
jump out. I got to get back to work. I just want to say happy anniversary.
All right.
Good
Well,
man.
don't go away too far, Jake. We'll try to get you back if you have time later.
Well.
Yeah, yeah, you got writing, editing to do, and books to read. So I appreciate you popping on. Thanks a bunch, and thanks
I
for
do.
the support of the channel and all that great stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Keep up the good work. Nice to see all you fellas. I don't know about the skeleton thing there, but nice to see the rest of you. All right, later, boys.
All right, thanks, Jake. Appreciate it. Hold on, Greg. Where are you at here? Okay, we got Greg. Oops, what happened there? Something happened to Greg. Device is not connected. All right, well, we'll get Chad back on.
Yeah.
Boy, I think I threw out too many invitations, but I'm glad to see all you guys. I didn't know they were all going to come at once.
It's never
We'll
a
try
bad
to get-
thing.
We'll try to get Greg on here if we can. So, Greg Googly Moogly. Yes. I haven't heard that for a while, Chad. That's good. And I can never get my book reading goals. I'm a big fail in that area. Yeah, I think many of us have problems with that for sure. So,
we all set ourselves up for failure.
I found that last year or the year before, somebody had been talking about how they just got the low stake reading goal. They said 12 books, one a month, and anything beyond that's gravy. And I'm like, I can handle that, because usually I'm like, a book a week or do this, and I'm just like, then I start So okay.
Yeah, that's what I do, and then I just throw in a healthy dose of short stories between the books, because I love short stories probably more than books. But
I meant to say hi,
speaking
Steve.
Speaking of books,
Good job.
we're talking about getting back to Moon of the Wolf for a second. The movie, if I remember, that's the one where like the old cop dude and the old lady kind of have like a rekindling thing going on. With the
I don't think
sheriff.
they're old. I don't think David Jansen was old, Paul.
No, but there was a sheriff in it.
He was probably younger than us.
He was older, but he was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I enjoyed that. I thought that part of the movie was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm curious about the book.
Yeah. Well, I figure, when the back thing said a young black girl was killed, and I'm like, well, they changed that, so I don't know what else they changed. They probably cut down like the cast of characters, because it's kind of like, a Murder, She Wrote episode where it's just like, well, you know who the killer is because it's the guest star. So that kind of thing. You're like, oh yeah. But
speaking of being old, you have to remember that some of us are actually younger, are older than the Golden Girls were when they made the show. So
yeah, there's that.
Well, I was hoping to get Greg from Ghost Readers in the Sky in real quick before he has to leave.
I can step out. So
sorry, Chad. I don't want to kick anyone out, but I wanted to get him in because he's got to go pretty soon, and I'll put you right back in when we can.
I got a sandwich. I can wait. I'm fine. Cool. You do you guys.
All right.
That's fine.
Sorry, man. Just wanted to get Greg on before we. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Sorry you had to wait in the wings there.
Yeah, happy birthday, happy anniversary, whatever it is we're calling it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm calling it, man, but it's a cluster, but I'm enjoying myself, and thanks for you guys for showing up. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. So, so let's see. We haven't heard from Steve or you yet, Greg, or what are you guys up to? What's what with you this weekend?
Well, I'll let Steve say what's up with us.
Everybody will know at some point what we're up to this weekend.
Oh, okay. I don't want to.
No, it's not a surprise. It's not a secret. There's no spoilers. But
David's right. I should leave. I thought about that. Yeah.
Our friend who we've had on the show is J.R. Blaine's, and he published a Southern Gothic horror novel a few months ago. And he's from the same hometown that we're from, and he's doing an event there up in Northwest Indiana tomorrow. And he asked me, against all judgment, he asked me to MC his event. And I'm
wow.
Like, are you sure?
Oh, you do a good job at that, Steve.
Like, if it's going to be that kind of book signing.
So, I think you'll do a good job. Yeah.
I've done a few book launches. I've never done like just a regular signing kind of thing, but I figure it's about the same. Just tell a few jokes. Try to keep.
And Paul, you're going to be there too.
Possible.
Yeah, and being as both of us are going to be in the same place at the same time, we're going to try to put some kind of vlog together. So
nice.
It'll be interesting.
Hey, Hans. Got Hans in the house here. Thank you, Hans.
Yeah, we'll hit all the landmarks. 50 years from now, when the Check Your Shelf library opens, these will be the areas that get those plaques, those roadside, place of interest, whatever they call those. That they'll be there. It was at this spot in 2026 that Steve fell off of the school roof. Nobody knows why he was up there.
Called warning signs. Do not enter.
It'll be warning signs.
Well, I don't think Hans or Captain Strangelove here is all that strange and counting down to Halloween. I think a lot of people do that, actually. That's a lot of people's favorite holiday, including my own.
Yeah.
So
it's right up there with April.
The countdown starts the day after.
Yeah, exactly. 364 days to the next Halloween.
Thanks, David. I couldn't come up with it in the moment. David, it's a memorial or commemorative plaque. That's exactly what it'll be.
Very cool. Well, I hope that goes well. I know you guys have been really, enthusiastic about Mr. Blaine's book there, and have had him on your show and have talked up the book a lot. And
he directed my son and I when we were in Lakeview in Chicago, where to go
to the right bars, right?
How to get a martini, like the murder bar, the martini bar. So.
Well, Greg, I know you've been busy with March on the Rails. You got a few more days of that left. What are you working on over the weekend?
Yeah, I'm finishing up my. This will be my last book for March on the Rails. Man, this has been a fun event. I know Jeff's gotten involved, and just a whole lot of people who we didn't expect.
Andrea,
Green Tag, and it was great.
Well, who came up with that idea? Was it you? Was it Alan from Alan's Reads?
It was. I can't remember how Alan and I were chatting, and I had just read The Octopus by Frank Norris 1901 or something.
Which is not about an actual octopus, right?
It's about a railroad. Yeah, it's about
Right.
it's about a railroad that's it spreads out like it's like the tentacles of an octopus and gets into everything that has to do with farming and agriculture and commerce. It just gets into everything and changes everybody's lives. Not for the
Sounds like
better.
a really good book, actually.
It's a great book. It's a great book. But I read that as part of Octember, which is not what Octember was supposed to be about. It was supposed to be books about octopus. But
I gotta love these BookTube events, man. Octember.
But I read
it doesn't have 10 tentacles, does it?
Did you read the one that was called "At the Train Station of Madness"? It was where it wasn't an actual octopus, but it became an octopus. It started swallowing up people's souls. It was apparently an alien or something from the outer cosmos.
What is
the next book, Steve?
Just to make first month October, would that have been too difficult?
Squidtober. Yeah, that'd be a little bit closer with the tentacles anyway, with the number of tentacles. Well, the octopus sounded really interesting.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
No, go ahead, Greg. You said you guys were chatting about after that.
Yeah, and we were talking about. Alan hadn't read the book, but I think that was my second read, maybe my third. It's just a great book. And one of us said, "Boy, it's too bad we don't have a railroad or trains event on BookTube." And the other one said, "Well, we could." And I can't remember which one of us said that, but then it went from there, and we came up with the idea of March on the Rails, kind of paralleling June on the Range, and here we go.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys got on track with that.
Thanks, that was great.
You're really building up a head of steam with that
event. We'd be getting these in the comments if you weren't here live, Steve. So. Yeah. Well, I enjoyed the Blood on the Tracks, the murder mystery collection I read from the British Library of Crime Classics, and I read a couple of westerns that had some train involvement. Again, it was just peripheral. It wasn't like the whole story. You can't really set a whole Western novel on a train, probably, but you got to get off and ride some horses around and shoot some people. But
Breakheart Pass comes close.
Yeah, Breakheart Pass is a great movie too. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, well, it's Charles Bronson. So
I haven't read the McLean novel. Has anyone, Greg? Have you read Alistair McLean's Breakheart Pass, or you have, Paul? Okay.
Yeah.
Paul Geeks Love Dog. Paul, have you read? No.
I'm building a Alistair McLean collection now. I've never, for whatever reason, got into him. Saw the movies based on his books, but I've never actually read the book. I'm building them up now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Although I haven't started building yet. I need to.
Yeah.
After Paul and Steve and Brian and Nick talked about River of Death, which I know has a really terrible movie. I need to.
Depends on your definition of terrible. I think Brian said he'd love it, because I talked to him about it. But to each their own.
But I wonder. I have his. I think on Kindle I have his When Eight Bells Toll, because I saw that. I have that Blu-ray with Anthony Hopkins in James Bond mode. If you can imagine that, it's actually a pretty good movie. And the book, it follows the book pretty closely. It's set like in the
Jeff. Before we get off the train topic, I wanted to point out that the name of my band in college was Train, and then they kicked me out and went and got really famous.
Nobody knows that joke but you.
I know the band Train.
I never know when to take Steve seriously sometimes, because he's pretty deadpan. So I was like, that sounds almost like he's telling the truth for once. With those jokes.
Well,
I mean,
first of all, if you assume I'm not serious, you're probably, play the statistics. 90%.
Hey, Levi.
Of the time you'll be right.
Yeah.
Second of all, you can always use the thing that my kid used when he was really young, and I kept trying to explain this joke. He's like, Dad, I get the joke. It's just not funny.
It always gets funnier when you explain it more too.
Yeah, that's Think about comedy. The more you explain it, the funnier it gets.
Kids are funny.
Yes, that's exactly how comedy works.
What was that, Paul?
So that's what your
So
kids
that's
are
exactly
for.
how comedy works.
That's the problem when you have two Pauls in here.
You know, this is the time that I changed it from Doomed Wizard to my real name. I should have just went back to Doomed Wizard.
Then I could have called you Doom Wizard. Yeah.
I answer to it.
I was just saying that's what kids are for. Your children are to remind you that you're not funny. I actually had my son just deadpan look at me when he was a kid, go, "Dad, you're not funny." So
yeah, he'll change his mind when he gets a little older, probably.
It's like, what do you know about comedy? You're just some dumb kid.
yeah, but now he's using all my jokes. So,
Yeah, he's pulling them out to rizz up the girls, I guess. Huh? Okay. At least he didn't claim Grand Funk Railroad. That's right. Yeah. Speaking of jokes, Brett's pretty good at the jokes himself there. What do we got here with Captain? My screen keeps freezing, trying to reboot. Okay, Captain. Sorry about that.
Thanks for the
Soul
update.
Train. Yeah.
So you're good at jokes, eh? Tell us a joke right now.
Joke
Say
off.
something
Uh-oh.
funny.
We got Levi and Brett and Steve, so it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
Well, Rob, how about you? What you said you had you've been feeling better lately? How is that still working in your favor?
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, I've got about a week of antibiotics left to go, and then 2 weeks before the surgery. But yeah, I'm feeling 100% better. Actually, being able to get some stuff done now,
Great.
which ended up with me, of course, going out and buying more books. So,
What would your channel be without book hauls, man? You got so.
I know.
I'm envious always. You and Paul with your gigantic book hauls.
book hauls are, buying books is a cure to everything. And it's funny because I have these giant book hauls, but I don't ever spend. I'm so cheap. I don't ever spend as much money as you think I do for them because I shop sales and you have all these credits that come in and stuff. So it's never as bad as it looks. So.
Well, that's normally true for me until the end of that last one. When
when you got
last
that
three
Wellman
were-
Nightshade press set. Oh
Yeah.
boy, I was looking at that going, that wasn't cheap.
No,
Oh boy.
I just kept convincing myself that all those 5-cent books I got meant that I saved
Yeah,
money
balance it out.
and
Yeah,
therefore
exactly.
deserved.
Wow. Well, Greg, what's your next? What do you got coming up in April? You got any plans for anything in April? Because I know you got somewhere to go in a while, so I wanted you to get a few words in.
I'm taking I'm stretching myself in April. I'm doing a buddy read of The Count of Monte Cristo, which I haven't read, and it's like 17,000 pages or something.
I think it's at least 1,200.
Yeah.
It's 1,400, something massive like that.
It's something big. And so, yep, there it is.
Wow.
So yeah, I've never read it. In fact, I've never read anything by Dumas. And I saw somebody was reading it, and I said, "Hey, I said, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I would do a buddy read with you." Yeah. So here we go. So that's I'm sure there'll be other things that I squeeze in and out, especially smaller, shorter. I do like short fiction as well. I love a good short story. I love a good novella. I prefer that usually to lengthy books. So this is outside my comfort zone, and but I'm ready. I'm gonna do it.
Well, that I think you're gonna really enjoy it. I mean, I haven't finished it either, but it's not for any fault of the book. It's on me, but it's intimidating. But it moves fast. I mean, you will not believe how much content there is in that story.
Have you read it before, Greg? Is this your first time through?
This is my first time.
Cool. Look forward
Plastic
to hearing about
Lines
it.
from a Hoarder, never as bad as it looks. Yeah.
I have not read it. I've heard about it. Would love to read it, but that 1,200 words just intimidates me. Our pages, 1,200 words would be okay. 1,200 pages just intimidates me too much. Maybe someday I'll get to it.
So David says, I just read that. You must be referring to Count of Monte Cristo? Wow, I don't remember you covering that on your channel. Wow.
Maybe next week.
Just started Kristen Lavrin's daughter. Yeah. He's confirming Count of Monte Cristo. Wow. Yeah, everyone I've heard read that book says it's amazing. I don't know what happened to Paul. Steve, do you know? Did Paul have to go?
Biased.
Or?
I love Alexander Dumas. I love everything he writes. So I haven't read anything that I haven't loved from him yet. So
Yeah, it took a few months. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it would. Yeah, it ebbs and flows. But yeah, I'm sure there are some slower parts, but there's a lot going on. Let me get Chadwick back in here until Paul comes or whoever comes back, and then I'll step out and you guys can chat.
You step out, we
thanks
we're in trouble.
thanks there, Chad. Did Paul send you any message, Steve?
No, I didn't get anything from him, but I'm
issues?
going to his
Okay.
house tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll assume that everything's fine. Well, anyone else have any mammoth books that they've got on their roster for coming up? Rob, Steve, Paul, Chad. I did complete this month. It took me a while, and I did it mostly on audio. And it wasn't nearly as big as that. It was half the size of that. One summer, 1927, Bill Bryson. It was 600 pages, not counting the 100 and some page bibliography in the back, which of course I didn't read, but and very detailed. But that's the biggest book I've read in a while. So good on you, Greg, for tackling Count of Monte Cristo.
For sure.
I love Bill Bryson. I haven't read that one, but
It's really good. It's amazing what happened in that one summer. I mean, it's just ridiculous, all the stuff that happened. I'll be covering that in my monthly wrap up to some of this crazy stuff that went down that year. We think we're in a crazy year now. It was pretty crazy then too.
Which summer was it?
1927.
27. Got it.
That was the year of the Yankees, where Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig were battling it out for who could have the most home runs. That's when Charles Lindbergh did the first transatlantic crossing with and just he turned out to be a bit of a closet Nazi, I guess, in later years. But talk about an incredible pilot. I mean, he couldn't even see in front of him, and he landed right exactly where he was bound to go. And everyone, so Bryson's really funny. He doesn't do a lot of humor in this, but Paul's coming back. I'll duck out in a sec. But
I need to take off anyway, so I will wait.
Are you sure?
You can yep, I'm good. So
well, thank
happy
you, Greg.
anniversary. It's great.
Really,
it's been great watching your channel and watching it grow, and a lot of fun.
Really appreciate it, Greg. Thank you. Thank you for checking out my videos, and good to talk to you. Hope to do a collaboration at some stage with you.
That'd be great.
All right. Take care and enjoy the Count of Monte Cristo, man. Good to see you. Thank you. All right. Well, let's see. We'll get Paul back on. Now he decided to change his stage name. I guess that's why he wanted to, so he wouldn't get confused.
I'll henceforth only answer to Doomed Wizard.
Or Mr. Wizard.
Or Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, David also, I think he and I both, I read like 100 pages of it, but I mostly listened to it on audiobook, and Bryson narrates it himself. He does a really good job. It's a really good book. If you like, I wanted to get a nonfiction in there. Let's see. I have Hawaii by James Missioner. It's 52 hours of audio.
Yeah.
My goodness. I like James Missioner. I've been wanting to get some of his door stoppers, but I that's pretty long. Wow. Who reads that, David? Who reads that? Has anyone else here read Missioner? You guys?
No,
I've read Space, Poland, and Sayonara.
Sayonara. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the movie Sayonara that I think is based off his book, but and of course, many of us probably saw Centennial back in the day, probably. But having read his stuff, no, I want to read some of him, because I know he did Texas. Did he do Mexico? He's got a whole bunch of these location-based, where he goes from like the Pleistocene era for the first several chapters, and then up to when people are coming in and all that.
Yep.
He was big there for a while. What of those three, which would you recommend, Chad?
Oh boy. Or
would you not recommend? I don't know if that pause. Maybe you wouldn't recommend.
I would say with Missioner, pick the location or subject you're most interested in reading. So if you really want to read about Alaska, then read his book Alaska or whatnot, because I think he he did a lot of research, but as far as like the human aspect of his stories, he had a stock set of characters that if you read more than like one or two of his books, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is that character that they put in and whatnot. So
well, it was a formula that worked for him, I guess, because
he was a phenomenal writer. I mean, but it was just like after I had read Space and I really liked it. Then I read Poland and I was just like, some of these characters seem awfully familiar. These situations. I mean, another divorce, another crazy person, okay.
Well, what are you guys all reading right now at this moment? What's on your bookshelf? You talk about
Virus, Hell of the Living Dead. If you know the Bruno Mattei movie, this is a novelization of the Bruno Mattei movie that is 600 pages long. I don't know how they got but it's based off the original
Come on now, I'm trying to drag you over there, Chadwick. Why aren't you cooperating? Come on now.
Because I'm just recalcitrant that way.
Yeah, I'm having trouble dragging you over. I'm sorry. Come on now. It's not listening to me.
I'm very sedentary. I like it in a small little stance.
All right. It's not cooperating at the moment. Sorry, guys.
Also,
maybe too many people, and it's the.
Well, you moved Rob. Rob got big.
Well, that's because he was the last one in the place, I think. So,
and
I didn't drag him over.
Eagle-eyed fans of trash cinema, such as myself, will recognize this little bloop-faced guy from the as being lifted from the poster art for the immortal classic Class of Nukem High.
Awesome.
So.
Hey
man, I only read the finest literature. So
I was a Troma team aficionado for many years.
Hey baby, I like that.
You talking? David must be talking about Fred. Shoot, what's his name? Dang it, the guy Frederick Forsyth, was it? Who's the one who wrote
Ken Follett wrote
Ken Follett. That's right. He wrote
Yeah,
the big door stoppers. That they made a mini series out of one of those. But I can't remember the title, but that was massive. Dragon by the Beard. Yes, Joe's reading the best of Roger Zelazny. Nice. I need to get a hold of some more of his short story collections. Yeah, Ken Follett. That's right. Yeah.
What am I getting ready to read? I'm getting ready to read The Treasure at Lotani Point. I have a copy.
Right. That's the one that Paula talked about, the kind of Magna PI / Raiders Lost Arky sort of thing.
Yeah, very much so. Some people might like it more than River of Death. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think you recommended it to Brian, right?
Yeah, Brian. Well, he ended up with a copy of it, I believe. I could be wrong. Because it reminded me I had a copy of it, so I reread it. And it was just as fun as I remembered it the first time.
And we're hopefully if the planets align, we're gonna have the author on the show at some point.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're in talks right now. It's just schedules.
Yeah.
Are those more? Is he still around? So they're not from the 80s then, or is he? They are, and he's just still writing.
Yeah, he's still writing, but I believe he's he's a college professor of anthropology, but I think he doesn't teach. He's an administrative. I could be putting words in his mouth. I'm not gonna.
He's a professor emeritus at Purdue University.
I see.
So
wow,
that's the fancy words.
How cool that you guys reached out to him. It's like Nick getting Chad Deal, the model for all those men's adventure books. You guys you booktuber guys are breaking new ground, getting interviews with movers and shakers of the book industry. That's very cool.
It's like what Steve's son told him about how most people are dying to talk about stuff that they've done. So
yeah, who doesn't like to talk about something they've accomplished, right? Exactly.
Yeah, just email them, Steve.
No one bothered to. Well, I'm kind of curious how you find the email. Did you just look him up and track him down where he was, or?
Well, when I found out that when I on his Wikipedia page, it had said that he was a professor at Purdue, And I'm like, wait a minute, that's like exactly between me and Steve. So I went on their website. There he was. So I emailed him from his Purdue,
Nice.
email address, and I believe I have his other, like, his personal one now. And we were gonna do it a couple months ago, but he had some problems and I had some problems, and it kind of just dropped off. So I hit him up a couple weeks ago, and he's a jet setter, man, dude. He's going all over the place, and it's like, but I got a window right here where we can do something. Yeah, he's got
Professor Emeritus bucks. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm sure knows about that.
I wish I knew about
the fedora
that.
and the whip too.
He's got the fedora and the whip.
Yeah, there you go.
He's from Indiana.
Yeah.
He's a professor of anthropology. He may very well have a fedora and a whip.
He might.
Indeed.
The fedora and the whip was
hopefully-
the name of my band in college, by the way.
Well, we got some good readers here. We got Goatman reading Jules Verne novel I've not heard of, The Fur Country. Must be about fur trapping in the Canadian wilderness. That's cool. And although I bet you Jules Verne never set foot in Canada. And we got Levi reading The Last Battle by C.S. Lewis.
Awesome.
Prepping for April.
Oh yeah, there's that.
You think King Kong counts for April?
I think it would.
Yeah, absolutely, he does on our channel.
Reading Julian by Gore Vidal. John Ishmael is there. And let's see.
Nice.
Reading Earthblood by Keith Laumer and Rosal George Brown. So Laumer and Brown wrote that together. I've not heard of Rosal George Brown.
What am I doing? Where's my? Why can I never find the book I need when I'm sitting here?
You know we can hear you.
I'm reading I'm reading The Beyonders by Manly Wade Wellman. I've had this for years and I haven't read it. It's like the main character, Gander Eye Gentry. He's like a Silver John, but more earthy and more of a rascal. And this book's a little more sexual than the usual Wellman. It's not. We're not talking trailsmen or anything like that, but it's a little. More, it's quite good. It's like a science fictional / Appalachian fantasy thing, and so far it's really good. I'm about halfway through it. So
is it sleazy or smutty?
No, it's not sleazy. It's just by Wellman's usual standards. Usually he's fairly chaste. He talks about the proud figures of various women in his stories, but this one has topless baptism in a weird mountain clan, and it has girl running out with her pajama top open and her top's flopping around there and stuff. So it's a little saucy for Wellman, but it's not. It's not. It's still probably PG-13 at the max, but it's cool though. Yeah, it's a cool book. How about Paul? Did you grab what you were reading right now? Did you find it?
He doesn't answer to Paul.
The other, sorry, Doomed Wizard. You couldn't find it?
Me. Okay.
Sorry, Doomed Wizard Paul. Geeks love dogs, Paul.
There you go. I'm trying to eliminate confusion by causing more confusion.
That worked.
No, I'm in the process. I'm rereading
The Return of the Son of the Doomed Wizard.
Yeah. No, I'm rereading The Island of Dr. Moreau and The Six Gun Gorilla for April with Levi. So, cool. He's not reading those two, but those are two books I'm reading for his April event. But
we got Tim in the house.
Oh,
thanks, Tim.
If
you're still around and want to hop on later, let me know.
His BookTube name is Handsome Tim.
Yes, he goes by Handsome Tim now.
Yeah.
Reading The Return of Tarzan, also for April. Well, I guess I'm late to the party of this April thing. I'll have to think of some Tarzan myself to join in there. We got New Zealand book Mark. Hey, Mark, congrats on the 12-month anniversary. Recently read one of the Sudden Westerns, The Range Robbers. Now reading Christopher Priest's Fugue for a Darkening Island. I never, in almost all my reading life, never much heard of Christopher Priest, and he's all over YouTube right now in BookTube. People are reading him a lot. So have you guys read any Christopher Priest?
Is that a New Zealand thing? 12-month? Over here, on
I
this
think
side
he's
of the
being...
pond, I'm speaking loudly so he can hear me. Over here on this side of the pond, we call it 1 year. But you guys call it 12 months.
I think he was just trying to find an original way to say it. Hey, Virgil, how you doing? Hey. Thank you very much. I'm sorry you're working, but I'm glad to see you pop in. Thank you.
Hey, Jeff. I appreciate you having me on. I'm gonna have to take off. I'm gonna take non-alcoholic beer with me. By the way, BrewDog, it's refreshing and non-alcoholic, so you feel okay in the morning. Also,
I don't want you to miss the. We have a.
I'm sorry.
Before you go though, John Ishmael has a joke for you, Steve.
Oh, I can't
Steve,
wait.
Topless Baptism, is that one of your babes in your band?
Topless Baptism. Absolutely. I loved our first album, which was Pajama Top Flopping in the Wind.
That's going to come back to haunt me.
It has a certain it kind of flows.
Oh boy. All right. Well, Steve, thanks a bunch for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations. You're so good at this, Jeff, that we thought you'd been doing it a long time when we first started.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, Jeff's been doing this a while. And it turns out you started after we did. And
yeah. I probably watched his first video and I was just like, oh, well, here's this dude. I just found this guy, but no, that's why he doesn't have a long back catalog behind us. Because he started after us.
Nice work. Nice work.
Well, thanks for the kind words, fellas.
Many more years.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself and I'm really enjoying your guys' channels. So let's keep going into the next 12 months. You guys are only a little bit ahead of me. So, and Paul's coming up on his in June, his 1 year, and Rob's must be coming up pretty soon.
So it's time for my Irish exit.
Irish exit. Okay.
He announced it. That's the problem.
Like everything else about my channel, it's more complicated than it should be because my 1 year anniversary of being on screen is in June. 1 year from when I started the channel is different than 1 year from when I started as a BookTube channel. So it's just a disaster. Yeah, I don't even care.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. You have to decide where you're going to make the cutoff, right? Or the starting point, right?
Yeah.
Christopher Priest. David's talking about Christopher Priest. Well, Tim, Secret Fire Tim, or Levi, or anybody, John from Robert E. Howard Foundation. Anyone want to jump in? We got a spot open.
I'm gonna make that 2 spots, Jeff, because I got to get going here. But yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck with your event tomorrow, man.
It's gonna be a blast. Like I said, we thought you were been around for a while. And turns out you're younger than us, but you're way better than us already. So that bar is kind of iffy, but nonetheless, you blew past it.
Well, that's kind of you to say. You guys are great. So keep doing what you're doing too. I look forward to hopefully you can film a Half Price Books shopping spree vlog as well.
At some point, we'll do something like that. But we got some stuff planned, and I can't say what it is because it might not all work. So, let's just say
we'll keep a lookout for it.
Are in motion. So, happy anniversary, man! It was nice talking to all you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Really appreciate it.
Peace.
Apparently, Ape is a bigger deal than I thought it was. Levi explained it to me. Now I might have to read Planet of the Apes, the original book or something I have on my shelf for April. Just to.
I've never read that one, the Pierre Boulle novel. No, I've never read that one.
I have it sitting there, but yeah, Levi explained it to me. I thought it was a joke he was making. It's a real thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke too. Big day tomorrow, so I can't get on stream tonight, but I'm going to keep you guys on for the chat. All right, sounds great, Tim. Thanks. We might have a few other people. David, you want to pop back in? We'll get you back in until someone else pops on here. Let's get David going. Hold on.
Hi.
Hi. Dave's been waiting in the wings so long. I'm sorry, man.
No, I was just laying down. I'm glad I wasn't laying down.
Well, I tried to warn you when I, verbally there.
Oh,
but...
I'm gonna let you on now, Dave. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I could see you in the stage, and you were fine. You weren't picking your nose or anything, so it was fine.
Beat there. Okay, good.
Yeah, I can see you down below as a ghost down below in the, down in here. But yeah, tomorrow's night's Eve's gonna destroy you. Maybe that's a kind of a hint for what is coming for the book, the Jack L. Chalker book. Is that right? April is coming. All apes all month long. Let's go ape. Yeah. I'm sure I could find some good ape books. You read pretty much any of Robert E. Howard's characters, you're going to find some apes, giant apes in there. Yeah. So remind us again, Tim, it's the devil till the devil knows you're dead or something like that. I forgot the title.
Will drag you under.
Devil will drag you under. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of a movie title instead.
Yeah, I had this sitting here. I had put it off for a long time, and then I realized they were doing it, so I might as well just read it. Eventually, I pulled it out for my TBR. So.
Yeah, wasn't like Mark Glockensig, wasn't he sending everybody copies of the book for a while there?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? David is waving about something.
Saying hi to Chad. He's like right next to me now.
Yeah, but you're going the wrong direction on my screen. But anyway,
oh, he's right here for me. Wait, like that. He's right there. Are we on different screens? Depending. That's weird. For me, he's right there.
Yeah. So the way I got it
here, Jeff. So I'm trying practicing my rip loading.
Paul.
What, Chad? You can't hear the others?
I can't hear anybody. I hear you, but everybody else. I'm practicing my lip reading, so I'm just basically sitting there, kind of.
Well, you want to log out and come back in, and I'll let you back in, and maybe that'll fix it.
Maybe I'll try. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. You get off of Safari, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But,
yeah, because that same thing happened to me both on Eve's and then when we did ours on David's, and I'd look it up, and yeah, it was a Safari issue. StreamYard does not like Safari at all.
Yeah, Tim's wanting to know that Paul read the book too, and oh gosh, so it must not be. Is it not good? I don't know.
I haven't read it yet. I was saving it, and just in case you guys wanted me to join you for it, but since you're already hooked up to do it, I'm just gonna put it in my TBR for whatever. I pulled it out so I could get to it. Just sitting
Tim Roboto is saying that someone looks like Philip K. Dick. That's either David or Chad, unless it's Rob. I don't know what does Philip K. Dick look like.
I've often been told I look like a dick.
It's David.
Do you look like a Philip K. Dick though? That's the idea.
David looks like a dick.
Oh,
does he?
He's got the bushier beard.
Well, you guys all have some, including Rob. You have some impressive beards, but I think the cake that Paul's takes the cake. That's an impressive beard right there. That's a proper General Sherman in Civil War era kind of beard right there. That's really good.
I can't go full Gandalf. I just can't.
Gandalf. Yeah.
This is what I can do. That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, Tim says he didn't say it wasn't good. It's interesting. Okay, well, that usually is code for didn't like it much, but all right. We got Temperobato. I'm butchering your name. I'm very sorry. And then we have Mark. Speaking of Glock, he showed up here. Mark, we were just talking about the Jack L. Chalker book they're going to talk about on Eves tomorrow.
Not me. Yeah, I got it.
Well, yeah, Paul's going to be reading along, I guess.
Eventually. I just pulled it out off my shelf to read it now. So,
speak of the devil. Yes. Were your ears burning, Mark?
Hey, okay, so I'm reading this one right now. I mentioned it before, but I'm
right.
And
that's one of the Fathom Press ones, right?
Yeah, it's actually really good. It's so pulpy, but it's so much fun. I mean, look at the placement of the chainsaw, of course,
and the mirroring, right? Yeah, that one. Nick reviewed that one, and it sounds wild.
It's crazy, and it's a fast read, and I recommend it. I think that this is the first I'm reading by Fathom Press, although I have them all, and I can't wait to read the others. That's so cool.
So it was very dense. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, sick. Just got a copy of Chainsaw Terror. Nice. Yeah, is Nick around? If Nick's still around, you can jump on, Nick, and talk about the book with David there. But you're not finished yet. So, yeah, David hates spoilers more than anything. So
don't tell me who gets killed. I also have some.
Well, I think you can probably bet that most everyone gets killed in that book, I think. So I it's a slasher, right? It's a chainsaw slasher book.
Yeah, but it's actually really interesting. It's not like a typical
kind of psychological, right?
Yeah, it's not really, but it starts out in a way that isn't typical for these books and kind of goes to the slasher part. So it's interesting. It's fun.
I like how you're reading a chainsaw slasher book, and then you're reading Count of Monte Cristo, and you're reading Booker Prize novels and comics.
I'm all over the place. So I just love.
That's good.
I love all the genres. You know me, I'm eclectic. my channel, it's like I talk about everything. And I have a stack of comics here if you need me to show some off.
Yeah, please show some off, man.
Here.
I don't think Paul's had a chance to show off what he's reading either. So
Paul can go. He showed
yeah,
up.
well, let's Paul go, and then I'll have you go, David, with your comics. Okay.
Hey, I'm leaving for work right after this, so I packed all my books away. But I'm reading a bunch of nonfiction right now. Like I'm reading The Rise of Wolf 8 and the book of Mary Rose, which was King Henry VIII's ship, his main ship. I'm reading those, but I'm also reading Peter Klein's, and you guys might appreciate this, God's Junk Drawer.
God's Junk Drawer. I've heard of this one.
It is a modern retelling of the old Saturday morning TV show, Land of the Lost.
Ah, nice.
And it's kind of fascinating, except it's so much, the whole world is like, it just takes in stuff from all through time, the future, the past. So you'll have like not just dinosaurs, but aliens and future tech and mechs and fighter jets and clock towers, and it brings in whole sections of land. Like you have a whole parcels come in from like Rome, ancient Rome, and just keep expanding the world. It kind of gets placed in, so it's like an expansion of that idea.
That sounds like quite an expansion, because Land of the Lost, if you actually watched it, was pretty repetitive. So he had to add a bunch of stuff in there.
They had a budget. It was a kid's show.
No, we all have nostalgia for it, but I mean, it's run away from Alice, see the Slee Stack, the friendly Slee Stack, that.
Move like this.
Yeah, but he added in a lot of stuff that's familiar, like those obelisks that you had the jewels on and everything, and you have the cave people there, and you have the dinosaurs they're running from. In this case, it's a giant Allosaurus that keeps appearing more than the T-Rex, but it's the same idea. A family goes on a rafting trip without their mom because their mom had passed, and goes over a waterfall, and they end up in this world. But in this case, he gets back, and then the rest of the book is about him trying to get back to this world, getting back there, and what it's like now, because in the years it's been gone, suddenly the whole thing's changed, and there's way more going on. So,
what's the name of that book? God's Playground?
That's what I was getting my pen. God's Junk Drawer, right?
How was that nonfiction?
I think that one is fiction. Levi, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it, and good luck with April. And yeah, and let's see. Hellbent for Leather is awesome. Another great one, filmed in the Alabama hills. Yeah, I was talking offline to Mark about some of the other westerns I watched this month. So that's an Audie Murphy western filmed in the Chad or David, have you guys been up to the Alabama hills, the Lone Pine area, where they shot so many westerns? It's such a striking location. I'd love to go there.
They filmed a lot near where I am, and so I have visited some of those locations, of course.
I know you've been to Vasquez Rocks and put on your Captain Kirk uniform and battled a Gorn, right? So,
yep. Why not?
Well, Paul, anytime if you have to take off, just feel free, or stick around as long as you can. Whatever you need to do, Paul. I really appreciate it. Shifting your schedule around to come on. So.
I slept early and got up early so I could be here for you. I can stick around for a few more minutes. I got to go by about 10:30, so I could be to work by 11 p.m. So,
all right. Well, David, you want to show off some comics?
Sure. So first, I bought two for you, and I actually have a stack for you, but these two are new.
Okay, let me try this again. I'm going to try this again.
There's a kitty.
Oh, there he is.
I couldn't do it for. Dang it. Well, sorry. When I was trying to get Chad over. Sorry, Chad. We'll try again later. But okay, take it away, David. You're live, buddy.
Chad in the spotlight. So I bought you 2 issues of Commandy. So this one is
sweet.
Number 6. I mean, look at
that.
That's
with Flower. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, these things are awesome. I should open them up and show off, because he always has a double page spread, and they're so cool. And then this one.
Ooh, nice.
This one is number 7, I believe. Isn't that?
Oh, that's with the giant ape. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Those are very cool. Thank you very much.
Let me open one up and show it, because if you're not familiar with Commandy, what's his name? Jack Kirby went all out on the art in these things.
Yeah,
and he always he would have he has about 3 or 4 of these throughout the issue, but then he would always have these double page.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at how awesome
that's so cool.
Yeah. There they are. This is like, yeah, he does this. This stuff is
Ape men, tiger men, lion men, whatever, man.
Silly, but it's so much fun. Yeah. And so
it's like Thundar the Barbarian meets Planet of the Apes meets it's awesome.
Post-apocalyptic
yeah
landscape. Would you like to see inside the other one too?
Oh, it's up to you, man. Yeah, I think I they look awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm trying to open this one up. I have to pull it real fast. Stuck on the tape. So there's the cover of it, and it's in great shape. Here's the initial page. Let's see. Let's open it up. Yeah, here we go.
So cool.
Look at these double page spreads. They're so awesome. So yeah, Jack Kirby goodness. Oh, here's another one.
Meow. Yeah. Commandy is one of the first comics ever read. Yeah, that's what it is. It's so fun. It's just fun. It's not deep. It's not, one for the ages as far as, story, but boy is it fun.
Yeah. I like the tape they used is just crazy on this.
Yeah, I always worry about that with comics or pulps or old mags or something, that you got the tape on there, and I'm always paranoid gonna get it caught on the cover and rip it off or something.
Yeah. So here's another one I bought. Madman. I've never read this, but it's all red, and I think this is like his character that he really made famous. And they're put out in collected editions, but they're out of print and they cost a lot of money. So
Paul, you know Madman?
I know Madman. Yeah, I read it back in the day for a little bit. It's a bit crazy.
It looks.
All red's a bit weird.
Here's some more. Like I got these I already have, but the guy was selling them for $2 each, and I couldn't pass them up.
They look in really nice shape too.
Yeah, they're really nice. So I'll just give them away, and I'll check to see if they're nicer than the ones I have, and then I'll give.
Got to do that.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I have to show off this one. It's hilarious. So Batman on his like bat scooter, his space bat.
It's scooter. Like, it's a space scooter? I was wondering if it was a jet ski.
I don't know, but I mean, what a cool cover! You have all of them. It's so silly, but how fun is that cover? They're all flying except Wonder Woman. Oh wait, these two. So I don't know why, but everyone's flying except those two.
Use paper's tape.
I do, but I just bought these. They just came in the mail from a seller, so I'll have to get rid of that.
What's in the Stein, Rob? We got a question. What's in the Stein? What's in your Stein?
Oh, just Diet Mountain Dew. Nothing.
Diet Mountain Dew.
I have
fold
used
in.
this
No
because
needed.
my cat will try to drink my Mountain Dew when I'm having, so I need something with a lid.
All right, two more. I'll show two more.
Okay, hold on. Hot girl sighted swing.
So I bought this not for me. I bought this for Mr. E because he likes these pervert covers. So I bought this for him, $2. I don't know. What do you think?
I like how you were zooming that into the camera a couple of times to give us the 3D effect there. All right, thanks, David. Yeah, that's very nice. Thank you.
And
Grim Badonkadonk Tales.
Juxtaposed with this one.
Is that Fat Superman? What is that?
Some people collect the Fat Superman covers. There's like 20 of them. Like so.
Oh, he was fat. Was he fat for a while or something?
They did it with so many. They did it with Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman?
Yes, they've done it. Like it was a running thing back then, and so
wow.
I don't know.
I guess they were getting bored or something.
Not only is he fat, he's really bulbous. Look there's all kinds of ridges everywhere.
That's muscle, David. It's muscle.
I don't know. I have more to show, but let someone else talk for a bit.
Okay. Anyone else want to show anything off?
Was that a Fathom? I couldn't see what that was. Was that Fathom?
What? Fathom?
The Chainsaw Terror? Is that the one?
Yeah. This is Fathom Press.
No.
I meant the title of the comic for the one before the Superman with the half naked chick on it. Was that a Fathom book?
Grimm's. I don't know.
Oh, it's Grimm.
Scope.
Yeah, Zenoscope.
Is that a Grimm's fairy tale one? Okay, that's what I didn't see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grimm's
You
Fairy
just,
Tales.
got a couple of those.
you just wanted to get the butt shot again, Paul.
No, I was trying to figure it out because it looked like a Fathom cover. Michael Turner. I used to be a big fan of Michael Turner's work before he died. He was a fantastic comic book artist.
Come on, David.
Yeah, I don't want that cover in my collection.
You're gonna get me pulled down, even if it's a comic. Okay.
Grimm's
Yeah.
Fairy
So
It's still running, I believe. That's been Grimm's Fairy Tales have been going on since the 90s. That's they've been all fun. Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz and all kinds of things from Grimm's Fairy Tales. That imprint from Xenoscope.
are they a little more risque versions?
A little bit, but nothing, beyond PG-13.
David, what's the one you got that was by it wasn't Shaken, was it? It was about the three it was like the Windy from Peter Pan and it was something girls. It was quite risque. You couldn't show any of it in your video. Do you remember that one? Someone sent that one to you?
Oh yeah, it's a hardcover. I haven't read it yet. It's on my.
I think is it Alan Moore?
Yes.
It's one of them. Yeah.
It's just full of. It's like pornographic.
It's
When
like
it's.
I saw several people talk about it, but yeah, it looked pretty hardcore there.
There she is. Like I opened it up.
Definitely badonkadonk, yeah.
So
You can't sit down in that dress.
Jeff's Cave After
you could,
Dark. Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to be in my cave after dark, that's for sure. Rumple still skin.
There's
Yeah.
a joke in there somewhere.
That cover is The Living End. Yes.
Look at this
A
one.
badonkadonk joke. Yeah, very good.
Escape.
Yeah, that the art looks interesting in there though. Seriously though, it looks like an interesting
Oh, wait, here's one. It's playing off of the salt, the old salt ad.
Or Copper Tone.
Yeah, Copper
They
Tone.
got that. Oh, was it Copper Tone?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. The Lost Girls. That's what it's called. Yeah, thank you. Maybe David, not David. Maybe sorry, I thought you talked about it too, but Larry, I think, also talked about it. Am I right, Larry? I think you also talked about it, but you were being very careful not to show anything on your channel. So, because Larry's channel is definitely PG at most. So, which is
I think that was an insult, Larry.
it wasn't an insult. No, Larry's keeping it clean because he knows some kids are watching. So
I'd be insulted, Larry. I'm sorry. No, he doesn't have that one. So I do.
Okay.
I do have others to show off if you want to see them.
Larry, if you want to jump back on, go ahead. Or if Brett, you want to jump on, or anybody else want to jump on, feel free. I'll put the link back up again. I think I still have it there.
David's dancing.
I'm in the spotlight right now. What do I do?
Oh, sorry. Well, I thought you were done with your showing off? Okay,
I
well,
have
let's get
more, but I don't want to hog it. So someone else.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
I
do.
can
Of
go
course you
around
want to hug
again.
it.
Well, I'm worthy enough to, but I'm also.
You are. But we haven't heard from Rob or Chad for a while. So guys want to show
I do
anything
have
else?
something that I cannot show you the inside of because
Oh,
it
okay.
will get you pulled down.
Okay,
Other
hold on.
than,
Let me see if I can get you over there. Hold on here.
Been on a year. That's long enough. Get him off.
Can get me off of there
Here,
for
let me hand
sure,
it to
right?
you.
I'm back. Who's back? Okay.
So, this is Chris Voss, Diary of a Space Person.
Okay.
And it's got some fantastic art.
That you can't show us, right?
Most of it I can. Here.
Short
This
story.
one's clean. This is a clean page.
What
Wow,
is
that's
it?
cool.
Is it a short
But there-
story with art around it, or what is it?
I don't know.
Is it just an art book, or is
Well,
it
it's an art book, but he did something interesting. He wrote these like journal diary entries as if this was a manuscript found in the future from some art student who was traveling around the universe, and she would do sketches and paintings of things that she saw, and then they'd have these journal entries of her describing her adventures. But there's a lot of nudes in it, and drawings and sketches. But it is amazing artwork. I would love to do.
Draw me like your French aliens.
Exactly. I would love to do a flip through of this. I just don't know where or how I could do that without having.
I wonder if you can
somebody
set some
be
kind of
on the
parental
flag.
controls
Yeah.
or something where you could do it. I don't know.
I'd have to figure that out. But because I'm supposed to be
Nudes
writing,
are art. It's artistic.
well, that's
We got a question for you, Rob, from Tim. If I actually happen to write Meow of Destiny, do I owe you royalties? That's an in joke, so not everyone might get that. But yeah, Rob went to a lot of trouble to mock up a book.
Keep having people ask me if I'm not actually writing that, would they be allowed to go ahead and use that and write that story? And I was like, I don't own the title. It's just some joke I made up.
If anyone's going to do it, it should be Tim, though. Really, I mean,
he should be. But I'll let you. I know. I would love just to see a million different Meow of Destiny books out there. Just go ahead. Everybody just write the hell out of it. You don't owe me royalties, but if you want to gift me your collection of that Conan pulp that you have.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to part with that out of his cold, dead hands before Tim will get that one out of there. Oh, let me get you back a big again. Sorry, Rob. I didn't know you weren't finished.
No.
Hold on.
And then just because I'm supposed to be writing, I'm trying not to get myself into anything too deep or heavy. So I found this. It's letters from Dashiell Hammett that he wrote to other people. A lot of letters to Lillian Hellman, and just I love Dashiell Hammett. So anything, his biographies or his letters that he wrote. And then
he wrote a lot of letters.
He did.
Yeah.
A lot.
Some readers can't get on with him much. I think Tim didn't particularly care for what he read of Dashiell Hammett. You should probably not start with the Maltese Falcon. There's some other books that I like more.
Tim is just wrong.
That is true in this case for sure.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
And then this stack I found at Goodwill, and this is completely Nick's fault, but I found all these assignment Sam Durrell books.
Oh, nice. That's such a good series. He's such a good writer.
75 cents a piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are some of the later editions too, it looks like. Some of them anyway. Yeah.
And then
very cool.
And then
70 cents each, you said? Wow.
Yeah, 75 cents each. And then same thing.
Always rubs our nose in it. Always.
I know.
I got this for 5 cents, you suckers.
If my hand goes through and slap the can.
and these ones are Jim at Mystery and Mayhem's.
Yeah, Rex Stout.
Wanting to read
Nero
Wolfe. So that was my last one, and I think this one is actually might even be your fault, Jeff. Talking about John Dixon Carr. So I found.
Ooh, nice. Carr Dixon. That must be. Is that a Henry Merivale? Curse of the Bronze Lamp.
That's very Gothic.
I don't know. I need you to tell me. I don't know.
Well, usually if he wrote his Carter Dixon, it was his H.M. Merivale series.
Yes.
And if you wrote under John Dixon Carr, it was most likely a Gideon Fell or something similar. He has lots of one-offs too. I blame everything on Nick. Yeah. Hold on, we got to come back here. Rob is correct. My taste in books is horrible. Well, I wouldn't say that. You like a lot of good books there, Tim. But not Hammett. I think is very different if you come from Raymond Chandler and you have a certain image in mind. It's not going to be the same as Hammett is much more stripped down.
Yeah, I love Hammett and Chandler. They're two of my favorites. And for some reason, I just sort of stopped there. Yeah. And then watching Nick over and over goes, I don't know why I just stop at those two. Why don't I read all these others that are out there? So.
Yeah, I think Larry had a really awesome copy that he showed off in one of his videos of the Maltese Falcon, I think. Sorry, Paul, what were we going to say?
I was going to say maybe try some John Carroll Daly or even Frank Gruber. And of course, Frederick Neville, all are also great in that field, that reign, that area. If you're interested, Carol John Daly wrote the first ever hard-boiled detective novel, and the False Ernest Combs. That's the first story that started hard-boiled, and he went on to write a lot after that. And he's fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, and I also recommend, of course, the McDonald's, Ross McDonald and John D. McDonald, and Robert B. Parker, the early Spencers. Anyway, maybe one of these days Tim and I can do a buddy read of a Spencer, because I consumed that series. You know, I should say, I vacuumed them up when I was younger, and I still read some of the early ones. They're still really good. They get a little cutesy and still fun, but later on, after in book 25 or 30 or whatever. But I need to read more Frederick Nebel and John Carroll Daly, Race Williams. Yeah, I have several of those in the big book pulp collections that I'm looking forward to get to.
Yeah, most of the other mysteries and detective ones I've read have been sci-fi writers that I loved, who also wrote in that field. So Frederick Brown, Richard Matheson, people like that, who I just like. Well, yeah, I love everything else, so I'm going to love anything they write because they're amazing. So,
speaking of not 75 cents that you paid much more for, was the Frederick Brown Ed and Am final book, right?
Yes, that one.
that one was not 75 cents. No, that was quite a bit more.
Mrs. Murphy's Underpants. So I can no longer go into bookstores and say, "Hey, I'd like to get my hands on Mrs. Murphy's Underpants."
Chad, do you read much hard-boiled stuff? You're not much of a detective mystery reader?
I go through cycles. I read a lot of Robert B. Parker back in the day. I actually went through a Lawrence Sanders phase too, where I was like reading Fourth Deadly Sin and Seventh Commandment. I just was.
Those are good.
And Elmore Leonard, Jim Thompson, of course, Hammett, Chandler. I mean, it was like, because of the popularity of the Poirot movies when I was a kid, like I think I saw Death on the Nile on the big screen with Ustinov.
That's a fun movie.
And everything. So I read a lot of Christie when I was a kid too. So. And mysteries and going through all of the old newspaper ads in the 20s, I'm discovering all of these mystery writers and mystery books that I'd never heard of that are like, oh, I should read this, you know. So Mary Reinhardt Roberts,
just took off in the
W. Van Dyne, you know, SS Van Dyne, you know, I mean all these. There was one that it's going to be in the next episode of Stuff of the Week, but the Tule Marsh murder by Nancy Barr Mavity, which is actually based on a case that happened in the Bay Area. It's set in El Cerrito, which is just, a few miles out. But it's like, oh, here's a murder mystery set in like, in an area I know. I should read this. So, we'll see.
Has anybody seen that TV series, Monsieur Spade? I think it's on HBO. It's Sam Spade.
It's
with the guy from The Americans in it.
Yeah. Clive Owen is playing unnamed Poirot. Unnamed Marlowe, I think, right?
Right.
Or
am I getting him confused? No, am I getting him confused with the Perry Mason show they're doing?
Hey, Alan, how you doing? The Perry Mason show that had the other British actor from The Americans, right? I forgot.
That's what I was taught. That's what I got it confused with. I was like, no, that's Perry Mason. So
no, I just came across it today. It's supposed to be. It was pretty highly rated. I haven't seen it yet, but that's what I was asking. Sam Spade is retired to the south of France, and he gets called out of retirement.
Some kind of kidnapping he has to solve or something. Yeah, it looked interesting. I haven't seen it though.
I didn't know if it was any good. It was worth the time. I don't get a lot of time to watch TV, so I'm very picky about what I watch. Or that
I've heard it's good, Paul. You might be the one that I've been catching up on is Slow Horses on Apple TV.
That's a great show. Yeah,
with Gary Oldman as a really crotchety spy master. It's a really good show. So
I read the first book a while ago.
Yeah, it's Mick Herron. Yeah. I haven't read any of the
read Perchance to Dream, the
Parker version of
the Big Sleep that Robert B. Parker wrote.
Yeah, I wrote Poodle Springs. I read Poodle Springs and
Parker
Perchance to
finished
Dream
the unfinished Raymond Chandler novel.
Yeah, I've read both of them. They're good. He tries to do Chandler's
I can't
style.
hear you, Jeff. Maybe.
Huh? Can't hear me? Can you guys, other guys hear me? What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Safari. I think it's probably because
sorry,
David dropped off. I noticed that the Safari does it anytime somebody comes on or leaves the channel in a group. That's when the audio messes up. For Safari.
I think yeah, you might want to come back out and come back in again.
Pop back in again.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think John's talking about the Monsieur Spade thing he didn't like. I'm not positive, but I think
that's what I assumed too.
Okay. All right. Thanks, David. Really appreciate it, and for waiting in the wings and helping out. Thank you very much. We got Chadwick here. I spend too much time watching BookTube. Yeah, me too, man. I spend a lot of time on there. The Spade Show. Yeah. Beast Reads. Yeah. Slow Horses is great. I haven't read the books. I need to. I'm sure they're even better and more detailed than the show, but the show is fantastic. Did we lose?
Yeah, usually that's what I do, is spend all my time watching YouTube. Over the last while, I realized how messed up of being on social media has been making me. So I've been trying to kind of cleanse myself of it. I got rid of my TikTok. I haven't been on Instagram. I'm trying to divest myself of Facebook entirely. So I've been working on this where I get away from it. And YouTube, I'm not leaving. I just needed to make sure my phone down more.
I can tell you, Paul, that is one of the best things that ever happened to me. I got rid of everything, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. This community right here is the only social media I do anymore. And it's been fantastic.
It's impossible to keep up with this community here, really, too. So it's all the other stuff. I don't know how anyone does it.
That's my plan, and I've been working on, because I realized I was picking up my phone way too much, and then I'd spend hours and not realize I had even spent a minute. You kind of get locked into this, where this doom scrolling. So we're spending the last, while breaking myself of it. What I did is I got myself an analog notebook, and every time I go to reach for my phone, I start writing stuff. That is changing my life. I swear to God, it is making my head.
I think that's a really good idea.
It is. So that's what I've been trying to do, is I'm not, on YouTube, I just wanted to, get out of the habit of always, checking my phone and stuff. So I haven't been watching as much because I'm just trying to get out of that habit.
Yeah.
Until I get control that I can just do YouTube and nothing else.
I'm using my phone since I've started my channel. I've used my phone more than I've used it in all my previous years of having a phone. So because of checking notifications and things, it's not good. I need to, but I've never joined, Twitter or X, or I do have a Facebook account to keep up with some relatives, but I almost never go on there. But YouTube and there's a lot of good stuff on YouTube now. I think for a lot of people, it's replaced TV in a lot of cases. Not that there isn't good TV. Yeah, Mark is seconding your emotion there. Yeah, fasting from electronic media, except you, yahoos. Well, thanks for wasting your electronic media time on us. That's great. Appreciate it.
That's the plan.
Hey, Nick, thank you.
Yeah, that's
I don't miss social media at all. So,
especially, I just finished a book I'm going to do a review for next week. I putting it off because it's something I really want to do right, and I know I'm not going to be able to do it justice. That delves into how evil these corporations actually are.
They're so evil.
I didn't realize how evil until I went through this very, this book that I know, I trust the author. He's well versed in modern tech and stuff. He's well respected author. I'll talk about it, like I said, next week, end of next week. I think I'm going to post it next Friday. But I didn't even realize. I knew some of these companies like Amazon and Apple and Google and Twitter and Facebook, how evil they actually were, but hearing the details of how they do what they do.
Well, it's kind of like the people who make machines for casinos, right? They know about the dopamine hit and they target people for that. Yeah, it's definitely true.
Than that, with some of the stuff they're doing, it's manipulating society outside of the internet. And it's seeing how that played out was just read that book. I'm going to recommend it highly to anybody. And we'll talk about it, like I said, next week. But boy,
what's the name of the book, Paul?
And Shitification.
Ah, right. I've heard about
Cory
this.
Doctorow's book. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard a lot about this. I need to read that. I see it happening all the time with my students. So their 2-second attention spans, it's gotten really bad.
I'm going to recommend that every human being on the planet go to the library, buy this book, give it as gifts. I read through this book, and there's so much that I'd have to go through it again and again to pick it all out. It was, Dr. O's well trusted, and he's not some fly by night guy who's just posting nonsense. So
David's getting a little trash talk here from the Aussies over there. Well, I'm curious to hear from Goatman and Alan, who live in Australia. I'm pretty sure that Australia, all countries are watching Australia with their new ban on social media for under 16s. And I wonder how that's going, because I use that sometimes as talking points for essays in my classes. And a lot of this young people seem to think it's a good idea, even though you think, you're only out of high school a couple of years, but that I think that's Pandora's box has been open, and it's gonna be hard to put it back in. So
all right,
but
Jeff,
good on him for trying. Good on him for trying.
I have to go to work, Jeff. Thank you
All
for
right,
having
dude.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much for coming
to
on,
go mute when you leave. So
I hope not, but I hope it's not leaving going on, but causing that. But we'll see. Well, thanks, Paul. You have a good night at work, and good weekend.
Rob's
and
contagious. That's all.
Thank you. Now I hope I know how to exit. Have a good one, guys.
All right.
See ya. Anyone want to hop on, John?
Yeah. Everybody's quiet.
Oh no! Really? You can't hear me?
Yeah.
Oh man!
Bounce it out and come.
Yeah. It never fails. This is why.
Great googly moogly.
Don't use Safari, man. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
John, Robert E. Howard John, do you want to hop on? I can put up the link again. Yeah, don't let the man get you. Here we go. Well, let me say, without naming granddaughters, it is not working at all. Okay.
There we are. I can hear everybody.
I never bothered with VPNs until now. I do not like the government breach of privacy. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of issues with their rules, but I think it's a nice idea. Whether it's going to actually work or not, I don't know. Okay, John, let me give you the link again in case you didn't have it. He's coming in, so hopefully you'll be okay with someone coming in.
Probably not.
We'll see.
Are you doing this on your phone, Chad? Is that why you're using Safari? Or is it iPad?
No, this is I have a Mac, iMac.
Oh, your Mac. Okay.
Yeah, I married into a Mac family, so
yeah.
Well, Macs are great, but I'm sure that there's some money that hasn't changed hands between StreamYard and Mac.
Probably.
And
You have to probably just download Google, then or Chrome, and then I just use it for StreamYard. I don't use it for anything else.
I have a Google account. They're always like, "Do you want to use Chrome?" And I'm like, "No." Well, now I'm like, "Okay, I'll use Chrome." Fine. Twist my arm, you oligarchs.
Bastards.
But I've noticed that getting off my phone and not scrolling and stuff has really helped with my attention.
Yeah.
And I had undiagnosed ADHD for most of my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I made a joke about it to Tanya, because I've always known that I can't read if there's like dialogue or songs in the background, and it's sometimes hard for me to follow. And I will monologue on subjects. So I was talking with her the other about like one of my stuff of the week where I kind of digressed and went off into the weeds, and I'm like, people are going to start thinking I have like ADHD, and she's like, "You think?" And I'm like, "Wait, do I have ADHD?" And she goes, "You didn't know?"
I don't think you're any more ADHD than the rest of us. It's always like a shiny squirrel, looking at something else.
Like, but now that I've kind of like logged off on that, and I don't, and I make it's like having poison ivy or something. Where it's like, you're watching something, you start getting fidgety, and you want to like look or do something while you're watching a movie or something. And
I've never
breaking that habit was a bit hard.
I've never held that feeling. I've always wondered why people look at their phone during the movie. I'm pretty good. I've had long time concentrating on movies and TV shows, so I never have a problem with that. But I can see it for me, it's when I'm on the train or I sometimes I need to start leaving my phone downstairs when I go to bed, because if it's on at night, I don't hear notifications or anything. But if I've posted something, I'm like, oh, I should check if anyone's commented or whatever. And it's just, if I read too much, I can't fall back asleep for a while. So that's not smart. So
yeah. I've also learned to
bright and shiny.
When I post a video or something, I could stand there and scroll and wait to see how the views go. I've now I just have them go up in the middle of the night when I'm asleep. So they post at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, 5 people have watched it. So great.
Hey, Deb, if you want to hop on real quick, feel free. Here's the link. Come on and say hi.
Yes.
We'd love to see you. Rob's here. Chad. I don't know if you know Chad. Maybe you know Chad. And we got John from the RAH Foundation. Hey, John, thanks for popping on.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Good to see you. Can you hear us okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And Chad, you can still hear us? Okay.
I can still hear. I'm fine.
Right.
Fantastic.
Anyway, let's see. We got, I don't know if Deb will pop on or not, but that would be cool. And sleep? What's sleep? Yeah, Glock says. Yeah, what's that? We don't need sleep. Oh, you're driving. Oh, yeah, that's definitely not a good idea. You don't want to drop on when you're driving. But thank you for stopping in. We'll be here for a little while longer. So, text if you can, but don't hurt yourself.
Thank you for listening to Jade's tape of cool books here on YouTube KHA.
Yes, it's pirate radio, like Uncle Jimmy's there, where he gets on and does. I don't have any cool music to play though. Well, John, what are you up to this weekend? I know you have you did the HP Lovecraft Society video, and you have another video coming up soon. Can you remind us what that is?
Yeah, we're going to be a part of the Grammaticus's top 10 favorite comic book covers.
Right.
So Jeff Shanks and I did a video on Robert E. Howard related pulps and comics and black and white magazine covers that we will have going up Sunday.
That sounds like an impossible task for a comic lover to be able to say, pick your 10 favorite comic covers. I mean, it's hard enough to do that with books. I know Rob set that one, the book cover one out, the Grammaticus, and Richard at Vintage SF did, because you just couldn't decide on those. You're saying it's like cutting off your arm, right, Rob? But,
oh yeah. There's
comics.
There's over 6,000 books in this room. There's no way.
You have 6,000 in your room? Wow, that's impressive.
6,000 in the room and the living room.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's still very impressive. Well, that's gonna be a fun video, John, to see some Savage Sword of Conan, Marvel Conan, those books.
Titan, and then a bunch of Weird Tales and Argosy pulps. So,
oh, nice. I don't know though. You might have a different opinion, but I'm not too keen on Margaret Brundage's Conan. He looks non-Conan-esque to me. But
yeah,
she's a cool artist. But yeah, be safe, Deb, for sure. Don't. Yeah, you already drive on the wrong side, Deb. That's right. The man from JCCOB. Jeff's Cave of Cool Books. Thanks, Alan. Yeah. Well, you don't have to give a prequel or anything, but not a non-comic favorite cover, John. What's one of your favorite comic covers that's not related to Conan or the like? Do you have any off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I would probably have to say the Dark Knight Returns. So I really like that cover, because I used to be a Batman reader back when I was a little kid, and stopped reading as I got into my teens, and didn't think about it till they was getting ready to come out with the Dark Knight Returns, and I started reading about it and said, "Oh, that looks like that would be an interesting comic to read." So went out and bought it. And
yeah,
I just love that cover. It just got me back into reading comics, and especially back into reading Batman again at that time.
Yeah, have you read Batman Year One? Doesn't it need Alan Moore to Year One too? I think. Yeah. I'm off and on comic guy, so I couldn't choose. I mean, I'd probably just pull some covers right off my shelf, and that would have to do, but it's not. I couldn't compete with the real comic readers guys. So I'm sitting this one out, but I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's videos that they come up with for sure. You, Rob or Chad, do you guys have any favorites that's come to the top of your list there? Dr. Solar #1. Okay. I think David, Garage Geek David, read some Dr. Solar. Sorry, Rob, what were you saying?
I'm definitely not the comic book expert. I've always just loved Silver Surfer, Adam Warlock. Those are two of my big ones. And other than that, as a kid, I would generally just pick up comics here and there. I couldn't just gather them. So I also had to choose between using my allowance money for the bookstore or the comic shop. And it usually went to the bookstore.
Yep. That's kind of how I went too. How about you, Chad?
Well, I'm kind of sorry you asked because I don't. I'll bring up this one here. This is, I think,
Chamber of Chills. I don't think I've heard of that one.
This one was a Kinder Trauma one because I remember this, and I actually remember this cover. So, where a guy goes to Easter Island, and it turns out that the heads are all aliens. Although, even though there is a woman in on the cover, she does not appear in the story itself. So, he's an escaped escapee from prison. So, but I would say any Bronze Age horror comic cover is probably my favorite. And I also really liked Avatar and Chaos comics from the 90s. So I was a big Purgatory fan and Cheesecake stuff. So I'm like, okay, Badonkadonk, I'll fess up to liking the Badonkadonk.
So you would like that Grimm's fairy tale comic that David was showing off, huh?
Oh yeah, my interest perked right up there.
Something perked anyway. Do you guys know George Wilson?
Family Channel.
Sorry. Is it? Do you guys know George Wilson? Alan's talking about George Wilson. I know Alan's a big, I believe, Dell comic fan or Gold Key fan. Sorry, Alan. It's Gold Key, isn't it, that you really like? Yeah. And Sweet Sweat Big Daddy William. Hi, William. The X-Men Wolverine being crucified to honor Conan cover. You probably got the wrong guys on here, though. We need Larry back on.
Yeah. I would say my
Kenny X-Men 251. What's that?
My favorite artists are Bob Eggleton, who was known for, he did a lot of covers also for Tor books. He was known for his like Jack-o'-lantern covers, but he did a lot of great Godzilla for Dark Horse, and is a really great artist. And Bernie Wrightson was
Bernie Wrightson.
Yes.
Yeah. So those two are like, and Frazetta, but he really wasn't. He started in comics.
Yeah, he started in comics, but that's not what he's known for, right? Yeah, Frazetta is awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, just that right age, being a monster kid in the late 60s, early 70s, when they started to go away from the Comics Code Authority, and you started to see the monster comics and horror comics start coming back out, and Marvel and DC, and that was a great time to go and hit the stands at the news racks.
Was that late 60s or was that in the 70s?
Early 70s, I think, was when the comics did, but even before that, when you had Creepy and Eerie that would show up. And
they started when 64.
The Spectre starts getting more, melting bad guys' hands and faces and stuff in the mid-late 70s. So obviously the code was no longer having its exercising its full effect. Yeah, those 70s horror comics look really cool. David shows a bunch of those off. So let's see, what do we got here? That's a nice Mark Silvestri cover, I guess, on the Uncanny X-Men. Is that what it is? The Wolverine Conan being crucified cover, I guess. And then we have Alan. In reality, my all-time cover artist is Carl Barks. Yeah, Barks is great. Barks does the Uncle Scrooge and Donald Duck stuff, right? So those are really cool. A lot of those for sure.
I'll give a shout out to Neil Adams as well, mostly because he did the poster art for Grizzly in 1976. But he was a great comic artist.
Grizzly, Grizzlies. Yeah. That's a cool poster.
Yeah,
so, I like that movie, but that bear is not that big.
No.
Yeah,
Nick
50
Hardy,
Cent,
evidently,
Comic Candy Bar
he
and
did
Soda.
posters as well, went in between comic book gigs. So
What Mark's saying, I remember hearing about the kids who went to the Saturday matinees, and I think even for cheaper, for like a dime, they would get 2 movies, or A and a B picture, and a cereal, and a comic book with its cover off, I think, and some candy and Coke and stuff. So those must have been the days. Back in my day, we only dreamed of having 50 cents. I don't know if that's being tongue in cheek or what.
When I was there was a theater on Central Avenue in Alameda when I was growing up, the Alameda 3, and they would have. This was back when they had like kid matinees. So there were movies I saw that you'd clip out the little ticket and bring. You can see a movie. I remember seeing Batman 66 and King Kong versus Godzilla and all this stuff. And
some
one
days
day,
you can't just get rid of a bomb.
No. And one day they had a ticket for The Blob. And I was like, oh, The Blob, we got to go. Oh, and I tell my mom, we can go see that. And she goes, no, we got to go do something. So I miss seeing The Blob on the big screen.
Oh, man.
Which just breaks my heart. But I was like, that's the thing that mocks me. It's like, The Blob is the greatest monster of all time.
Yeah, me and my brother every Saturday morning, Christown Mall, parents would drop us off, and it was always the old, the kaiju movies or the old B sci-fi movies, and it was loved that.
So my earliest movie memories were going to see Disney live action movies like Gus, the donkey that kicked field goals or whatever, so I missed the cool Godzilla ones, I guess, in my neighborhood.
I think the Disney movie that really, I still think I saw Bed Knobs and Broomsticks on the big screen at some point.
Yeah.
But my mom and dad said I didn't, but I was with somebody because I remember seeing it. But one of my big Disney ones was Herbie Rides Again. That was my first Herbie movie.
Yeah, Herbie.
I remember seeing that.
I saw one of the Herbies for sure. Probably Rides Again.
I saw Herbie Rides Again and Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo on the big screen. So I remember being really psyched about Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo because that was the one where he got a girlfriend who was like a Lamborghini or something.
And
they go on a date. Sure. They're going around a park and everything. And for a kid, I thought that was the coolest thing.
Is that the one that has Stephanie Powers and it's her Beetle or something? I can't remember.
Maybe
she's in one of those anyway.
Yeah,
Dean Jones has different girlfriends in those, but I'm sure we were always more interested in the car. Well, what about the incredible journey with the 2 dogs and the cat? I saw that one for sure.
Yep.
I wish I would have got double feature Godzilla movies, but I did see plenty of those on TV. So
I did. I had talking about. I think I talked about it in my last one, but seeing a double feature of Godzilla versus Megalon and Bug on the big screen.
Wow.
That was a cool in 1976. So
a lot of the newspaper ads you show have double features or triple features sometimes if they're drive-in ones. And they always look some pretty crazy lineups,
Oh yeah, they're so much fun.
I think the best double feature we ever had that I got to see was Destroy All Monsters and the War of the Gargantuas.
Oh, the giant Frankensteins fighting each other, right? Yeah. That's a good double feature. But you all right, Rob? You being summoned?
Oh no, it's the cat. Pyewacket is exploring.
Pyewacket is poking around.
The agent of chaos is causing chaos.
Yes. Okay, what do we got here now? The theater. We got something. We still got a few people watching, which is really nice. Thank you for hanging in there, guys. The theater made a mistake and released mice during the playing of Ben. If you caught one, you got a prize. Instead, terror and panic ensued. Wow. That's an awesome promo, man. That's great.
William Castle would be proud.
Yes. Herbie was a mega star in his day. Yes.
He was, man.
My dad took me to see the first Star Wars at a little second-run movie theater. I already read the Marvel adaptation by that time, but it was the first time I saw Star Wars the movie. Nice. Drive-in movie double features. Yeah, I didn't get to too many drive-ins. By the time I was an early teenager, they had turned the local drive-in in the Twin Cities of Centralia and Chehalis in Southwest Washington into a porno theater. So I remember having older teenage friends who liked to go to visit their friend's house who lived on the hill and could look across the way and see it. But I did see a couple of drive-ins when I was really young. But good evening, sir. Sephiros. Hello, Sephiros.
I always loved
come
going
around
to the
the bed and
drive-in.
you're up again already.
Because my mom and dad would be watching a movie, they see like that, and I could like look at the other screens to see what was showing.
Yeah, turn around the other side, right? Yeah.
So that's how I saw like The Hills Have Eyes and Laser Blast, and
your mom's like, turn around, Chadwick.
My mother took me. She loved Gone with the Wind, so she would always take us to whenever it was shown at the drive-in. And
that would be a hated film by a little boy, I bet.
Yeah, one of those times I was lucky enough that the screen across from the car was playing the 1 Million Years BC, so I sat and watched Raquel Welch.
You traded up there, I think.
Yeah, I think I did too.
You know, Gone with the Wind's an impressive film as far as filmmaking goes, but you know, if it's a choice between Scarlett O'Hara and Raquel Welch in the bikini, I know which one I'm taking.
And dinosaurs.
Yeah, Ray Harryhausen.
I like this one. Alan says at our theater there were always mice.
Yep.
They never came back after being released. Laser Blast trailer. And let's see a picture of Jeff really young. I don't know if I have.
Did you guys ever have movie theaters that were set up to run the Sense Around sound system?
No, I missed out on the Sense Around and the 3D.
Yeah, the only Sense Around movie I saw, and it wasn't in Sense Around where we saw it, was Roller Coaster, and which I really liked. It was written by the guys that wrote
Earthquake is Sense Around, right? Earthquake.
Yeah, Earthquake was the first one, and then Midway was the second one. Yeah, it was incredible going and sitting in that, especially for Earthquake, where they would hit that as like just a giant subwoofer, and your insides would be rocking and shaking because of it going so loud during that movie. And so,
where Chadwick grew up, and probably thought it was a real earthquake in San Francisco.
Like, don't worry about it. Power's still on. We're fine.
In Japan, they call it DMX or 4D or something over here, where they have the one that shakes the seat and sprays little water spray at you. And
D-box. They call it D-box out here.
Yeah,
I saw. I tried that. I did once. When Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire, whatever that one came out, around the time of Godzilla -1, I went and saw it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to splurge for the extra $10 or $15 for that, because if I'm going to watch a movie in that format, this is the one. And I am glad that there was actually controls on the seat where you could turn it up or down. And so the good seat, right? Because after a while, it got really distracting where you're sitting there.
Yeah, you're trying to watch the movie and your head's shaking all over the place.
I'm like, he just coughed. That's all he did. I don't need
to. Well, if Kong coughed, it might be quite.
So, but yeah, it's fun, but I don't know if it's really,
Well, it might be better for a movie you've already seen. Sorry, John.
I've only done it once. I wanted to see the movie of the Battle of Midway that came out a couple of years ago. And so the only theater that was playing near me, they had the DX box set up. So I said, what the hell, I'll give it a try. And that was really cool because they had the chairs set up so that as the planes were banking or going up or going down, your chair would do the same thing as the picture was playing on the theater. And, it was like, wow, this is very entertaining. And getting airsick.
Some movies could probably really, use it to help enliven the experience. I'm sure. Yeah, the Incredible Journey book is good, Deb. You're right. That is a good book. And Safiro said the only film I saw that in that format was Alien Covenant. Oh, I think it helped the film. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I think it helped the film. He said, yeah, space scenes felt trippy. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I haven't tried it out myself, but it does sound fun for certain kinds of movies. I just figured it'd be a distraction. Speaking of movies, has anyone went to see Project Hail Mary yet? I saw it last week and loved it. I love the book too. Are you planning to see it? Have you seen it? Do you know the book at all?
I'd like to
I'm
see
planning
it.
on seeing it. Tanya read the book. She loved it. She talked.
Yeah, the book is awesome.
And she can't wait to see it. But
it's very good. It's a very good adaptation.
We're actually going out of town this week. So
Vegas?
No, thank God. No, we're going to Orlando of all places. I'm gonna be able to go to the Dark Universe, to that little area where they have all the Universal monsters running around.
Cool.
So I get to go. My inner child will go frolic with Frankenstein and the Bride and everything. But we're gonna have a free day during the week. Excuse me. I'm hoping we'll be able to go see it then. But
yeah,
it's one of those that we're really excited about seeing it. So
yeah, I was really impressed. Again, there's a lot of stuff from the book that they can't fit in, of course.
Yeah,
but they do a really good job considering. So I recommend it. If what do you guys think about? There's a few hot button topics I wanted to bring up. The Lord of the Rings movie that Stephen Colbert has been tapped to write. What do you think of this? Yeah, he's apparently going to take some kind of idea for a sequel that Tolkien thought of and then discarded as not having much of a story. And he wants to pull about Sam's daughter getting involved in researching something. And then it goes back to the 7 chapters, including the Tom Bombadil chapter from Fellowship that Peter Jackson didn't fit into the movie. And Philippa Boyens, the scriptwriter of those, is helping him with the script, and his son's helping him. So I don't know. It's got a lot of people alarmed online about how awful it sounds like it would turn out to be, since he's never written anything in his life. So I'm with Mark myself. No, just no about that. Yeah. No spoiler. And I'm not going to give you any spoilers, Deb. If you haven't read the book, you're going to really enjoy the movie, and then maybe read the book later. I recommend. I don't always like to see movies based on books. Yeah, usually they don't live up to the book, but they did a really good job with this one. I think, Andy Weir, the writer, was involved as a co-producer, and I think that helped a lot. Colbert is the real deal Tolkien scholar.
That is
I think
true.
it's in good hands. Yeah, he does love Tolkien, I know, but Saruman returns as a steampunk cyborg. Yeah, I just don't. I don't
know. I was like, was that like a bit on the Late Show or something? I was like,
he does do bits on the Late Show. Like he went to the Weta Studios, I think, he was trying to sneak out with a bunch of props or something, but as a joke. But I know he knows his Tolkien, but I don't know. Is that the guy you would pick to write? I mean, I guess you shouldn't say never, but John, Rob, what do you think about that? Do you have any skin in that game?
I don't have any skin. I mean, he can write it. If it's bad, I'll just ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist.
I do find it humorous that,
and if it's good, then
put Tom Bombadil in it.
Yeah, well, the Rings of Power Amazon Prime series put Tom Bombadil in it, and I'm not quite sure how that comes off. He comes off not like the Tom Bombadil of the books, I guess. Erico, hey, how you doing? Welcome.
I watched the first episode of Rings of Power and was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, that's the problem. All the good story elements have been taken. It's not just Colbert. Yeah, Philippa Boyens, who did write co-write with Peter Jackson and his wife, whose name is escaping me right now. I can't think of her name right now. But that's right, Fran Walsh. Yeah, wrote but they also worked on The Hobbit, which didn't come out quite as well. We saw Hail Mary tonight. It was very good. Good. All right. Joe, had you read the book? Yeah. Don't worry, Debs. No spoilers. It's really good. Just stay, Deb, if you want to stay spoiler free, stay far away from any trailers whatsoever. They give way too much away, I think. But it depends on how spoiler phobic you are. But yeah, I don't know. I hope, and I know Andy Serkis is working on a Gollum movie as we speak, so this will be coming after that. So I don't know. I'm happy with. I think Rob has the right attitude, but the problem is sometimes the sequels or other ones
are they going to do like they did with the Marvel and the Star Wars, where there's just going to be 20 movies and TV shows based off Lord of the Rings every week?
So they're gonna milk that property dry. Well, the problem is for some people it can ruin the good one, like the Matrix sequels. The first Matrix is great, but I have to confess I haven't really watched it much since those other ones came out. So because even though you try to say, oh no, there's only one Matrix movie, what are you talking about? there's a little voice in their ear saying they were there and they sucked, so it's if you can divorce yourself from that, it's great. And of course it's never going to, it's
when
a lot of
they're
sequels won't
separated
really-
like this, it's pretty easy for
Yeah,
me to divorce myself.
that's true.
If one is a
That's
direct
true.
sequel to another movie, then that can throw off the whole thing. But
Yeah, they only had the rights to the appendices. They didn't get the the Silmarillion, which I guess would have been too much money. They paid what did they pay? Some record amount of money, like 4 billion or 2 billion or something.
like
It was a lot of money.
I think Tolkien's kids also kind of reticent to sell any more rights. He's not a particularly big fan of the movies or anything. So
No, yeah, apparently he did not like the Peter Jackson trilogy. And if he didn't like those, then but they also like their money. At least I'm glad that he's kind of sticking to his guns a bit more though, because Agatha Christie's estate is like, yeah, go ahead, rewrite her, change everything, pee on her grave. We want some cash.
You want to make a movie about Hercule Poirot's mustache and give it a backstory? Fine, go ahead. I don't know what accent that was, but I think it was trying to be Poirot talking about his mustache.
Close enough. John, what were you saying?
Tolkien's son, Christopher, actually was the one who was trying to keep control over everything, but he died, and it's now the grandchildren. And
they're a little bit less
just looking for money, so they're
that's unfortunate. Yeah, Christopher Tolkien really strict about that. Yeah. He didn't release a lot of books, and maybe some material his dad might not have wanted to get out there, but I don't know. But the Sephiroth is right. It is a weird idea to make a TV series based on an appendix of a book. Yeah. It's too bad he didn't get, from one Jeff to another. Keep Jeffing it up. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah. Anyway, that's the I wanted to ask another thing too. These are all kind of I watch sometimes these channels like Nerdrotic and the Critical Drinker. I just discovered them a little while ago, and they don't seem to like much of anything, although they did like A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and they liked Project Hail Mary. But the other thing that's been getting trashed a lot is the Star Trek Starfleet Academy series. Have you guys watched this? It looks and sounds awful. Has anyone watched this one? No.
I know that.
Ignored it.
I know that. I think Jesse Gender liked it, and Steve Shrives thought it was okay. I don't have Paramount Plus anymore. We kind of we've got everything, and
apparently it was not popular because it didn't even crack the Paramount Nielsen top 10 of their own streaming service when the new episodes were coming out. That's got to be pretty bad. So
I think I just saw something where I think his name is Alex Kreutzmann, or
Alex Kurtzman.
Kurtzman, who was in charge, is no longer in charge. I think they're going to
I think that's high time they got rid of him, probably. So.
But
Agatha Christie adaptations are terrible.
Victory laps when Lucas was gone. They're just like, you go from one to the other. It's just
it doesn't mean it's in any better hands, right?
But it's a crapshoot. So
Agatha Christie does have a couple of ghost stories, or at least ghost story adjacent stories. Eriko, good writing speaks for itself. That's right. Yeah. So to go back to Slow Horses, which we talked about briefly before, that based off of books, but the adaptation is very well done, very carefully, nicely done. So, and it's a really well written show, and it's good. So that's all you need is some good writing.
Yep.
What other topics you guys want to bring up before we end it, guys? We still have a lot of people watching. So anything you want to talk about that we haven't mentioned? Any other upcoming plans or reflections? We already talked about BookTube a lot, Chad and Rob and I. So, anything else that's on your plate that you'd like to talk about, or stuff that's coming up with for you?
Jeff, what's the most important thing you've learned over this last year of doing videos?
Important thing I've learned. That's a good question. Probably how to edit, and how to get to the importance of sound. I guess those two things are, my sound was fine from the phone at the beginning, I think, but for me now, sometimes it's the importance to remember I have an external microphone when I'm recording, and I sometimes forget to put the little sensor in the phone itself. So I'm wearing my little mic and it's not actually doing anything. But I've had a couple of videos like that, like, oh shit, I forgot to put that thing in there. But yeah, I mean, the thing, yeah, that's the, again, those are kind of technical things. So the other thing I learned, I guess, is something that everyone always talked about before I joined, and that was just how great the community is, you know, and then how, but it exceeded my expectations for sure. So, I mean, I'd heard everyone was saying, oh, it's great, you know, I should get in there, start, you're going to really have a good time with both your, the viewers and commenters and other booktubers, but it's far exceeded what I expected. It's been really great getting to know all these guys and gals who have, been nice enough to leave comments and watch my videos unbelievably in some cases, and, stick around and collab with me and stuff. It's been great. So let's see about Joe here. I must admit I watched several reviews of the book, but have not read it yet. Okay, good. Well, you should read it if you can. And Joe, I think you'd really like it. It's got a lot more science in it than they had to kind of move over a lot of that in the movie, but you can infer it pretty well. Hey, Paul's calling or stepping in from work there. Any comments on Dungeon Crawler Carl? I have the first book downloaded on my Kindle. I haven't read it yet. I've heard nothing but good things about it, at least as far as fun factor. You guys, any of you read Dungeon Crawler Carl? Yeah,
I haven't, but everybody in my D&D group has, except me. And Tanya is a huge fan of the books, and she's like up to the 5th book. She listens to them on audio, so I know all about Carl and Donut and all the other characters. In fact, I got her a T-shirt that says "God damn it, Donut" on it, because it's like,
that's the cat, right? Princess Donut or something.
Yeah, Princess Donut.
Yeah, I've read like the first couple chapters, and it was really a great opening premise, but I have to get back into it.
So, but they're really fun. I haven't read them cover to cover, but I hear excerpts from them all the time, and they're really fun. And it just sounds like a blast to read. So yes.
Yeah, I'll get around to them at some stage for sure. Yeah. We got a good question here from Goatman. How has your collecting ramped up compared to before having the channel, Jeff? Yes, that's a good question. I'd kind of slowed down. I was still buying books, but I had spent the years previously buying a lot of Blu-rays and TV series on DVD, and so I've got quite a lot of those now. But once I started this BookTube channel, my book buying is kind of switched back over. So now I'm hardly buying any movies or anything, but I've been buying more and more books. In fact, I got a couple recently. I got it turned out smaller even than I thought. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, I got this pocketbook set, but it is really small. It's The Hobbit and the 3 Lord of the Rings books. And
do you need a microscope to read it?
So it's got some of the Tolkien illustrations in it, but they're not in color. They're in black and white, like this, right? But it's pretty small and pretty small print, So
yeah.
So they're very cool. They're a little smaller than I thought they were going to be, though. So I'll probably end up getting a
microscopic.
Bigger. Yeah, and a book like the Lord of the Rings, is gonna the Fellowship. I mean, it's the same print size, but it's just a lot more pages. But they're pretty well put together, and they got nice covers. But I think I would like the larger size versions. These are HarperCollins, so
yeah,
they're nice little pocket ones. But and I think they're a little smaller for my taste. But they are good if you want to pack, throw it in your backpack and take it along somewhere or something. And I had back in the States, I have the old paperback versions, but I didn't have any of them separated out. I just have the complete Lord of the Rings, and I kind of like the idea of them being out in the 3 books. And John, you will appreciate this one. I found one on Amazon Japan. They had one of the omnibuses I was able to get.
Oh, cool.
Omnibus 10. So in pretty good shape.
From Bantam?
Yeah. Bantam released every single one, but then the books got shorter at the end. They started to stack, kind of just to fire through them. They shoved them all together, and they're all probably would be called novellas these days, but they were they were novel length, most of them. But that's it. Recently, I don't have anything else to show off really. So. But that was a good question. Yeah. So on the answer to your question, Goatman, is yes. Yes, it's definitely ramped up. So, and my wife is a very understanding soul, and I don't smoke, I don't drink alcohol. I don't spend a lot of money going out or things like that. So this is where I spend my money for fun stuff, I guess.
God
yeah,
damn it,
I'm not really liking those. Well, I'll definitely get in there.
What's that? Buddy, Tanya was telling me about a dream she had the other night where she walked into the bathroom, and there was like all these empty like toilet paper rolls all over the floor, and she was like, "God damn it, Chad!" I don't know what I have to think about that, but she was like, it was like out of Dungeon. And I'm being equated with the cat. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Rob would need a 5,000 book challenge. Yeah.
I've got a strategy. As soon as I own every book in the world, then I'll go ahead and do the Read What You Own challenge.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And especially none of us are brave enough to, or have the stick-to-itiveness, I'm sure, that Michael K. Vaughan does to stick to his guns and, not buy anything for for reading 500 books. I mean, good on him. That's really
impressive. He and Roger Stately Vaughan, man, are looking down from on high.
Well, he did give himself the out where he's able to still buy his comic collection. So that's probably
then he's not following
the itch a little bit. Well, he does get the any comic thing that he was already buying. He gave himself that out. So if you got a bunch of comics, what is those epics? There are 2 of them a month, so he's getting some nice things every month. So, but he can't count them for his list, So yeah, no, I'm trying to read my shelves. I'd like to read my shelves idea, but I'm not going to say I can't buy new books in the meantime. No way. Some jackets keep sending him gifts. Yes, and Mark is the one, the international man of mystery that sends so many cool books to. For birthday presents and things to Michael. That's really cool. Yeah, Roger is wrapped up in the challenge. All right, good one. Yeah, I knew you meant jackass, but I thought you were trying to be polite for the channel there, Mark, but you can say jackass. It's no problem.
Well, now we can just use jacket as that. It's like, yeah, that guy's a real jacket.
He's a real jacket. Yeah, if you're around grandkids or
he's a sharp jacket, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, anything else you guys want to? I gotta wrap things up and get some lunch and stuff. But I really have enjoyed having you on. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about upcoming on your channel, or any last comments about BookTube in general? Any last questions, John? That was a good question you had. Do you have anything else that we could ask you the same thing, John? What's something you've learned, and now that you've had a channel for, is it 6 months, 8 months now? How long have you had your channel, John?
I'm counting.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't sure if you had frozen or what there. But
if I was good at math, I'd have been a doctor instead of a lawyer. 8 months. It's been 8 months.
8 months. Yeah.
Mine, so
that sounds right. Yeah. You're doing a great job. But have you what's been something that's been memorable that you've learned, or best piece of advice or anything like that for your channel?
Probably the thing I've learned is trying to figure out what would be the most interest to viewers to watch. And
yeah, that is tough,
because, especially as we're a topic specific channel on Robert E. Howard and his stuff, trying to find stuff that people don't know about Robert E. Howard that would interest them, would present it in a way that they would find out about it and learn and make them more interested, that they want to go pick up some more of his stuff to read. But like you, is learning how to edit video, although for most of the stuff that I do, it's fairly easy just not to do very little in the way of editing, because people that I've had on there have done very well in behaving themselves and staying on topic and talking. And So
well, you do a good job moderating, so that helps a lot too.
Well, thanks. But that's probably about the biggest thing, is just trying to come up with ideas. Like, I'm sure you guys have the same problems with what should I do now for.
I think you got the biggest
bees.
challenge there, John, because you're limited to Robert E. Howard or adjacent Weird Tales stuff. It's nice that you can sometimes fit in a C.L. Moore or H.P. Lovecraft or something like that. And luckily, Robert E. Howard wrote a whole ton of stuff, different stuff, which is helpful for sure.
And he also read a whole lot of stuff, so that we'll also be eventually getting into the authors that influenced him when his writing, as well as some of the authors that he influenced. But it's still pretty specific niche that we have for our channel. So.
Well, you're doing a great job, and you'll be able to talk about the Robert E. Howard days here before too long, and some more. Tune into Ebes tomorrow. Yes, that should be really good. I think they're talking about the Jack L. Chalker book. And Rob, do you remember who their guest is?
It is Dad Like Book.
That's right, Dad Like Book. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I like his channel. What's for the birthday YouTube birthday lunch? I haven't figured that out yet, Goat Man. I'm probably not going to have a what is it that you had made? The shake that you had made on your channel. That was pretty interesting. But congrats, Jeff. Thank you, William. That's very nice. I really appreciate that. Thank you for watching. And thanks for all you do, John. Definitely. Yeah, that's
thank y'all for watching and helping out for saving the Howard House.
Yeah, that's a great, you got a great channel and a lot of great guests on there. That was really nice of you to have me on. I felt highly underqualified, but that was a lot of fun.
Most beautiful group of books over at the RH, the Robert
Oh
Howard
yeah, those
Foundation
covers
website.
are
Check
fantastic.
out
That's
those
it.
omnibuses. They are
Mince Pie
gorgeous.
Smoothie.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, those books are the REH Foundation books are great. Yeah. And very reasonable.
So my next major purchase is make sure I get every single one of those. Those are
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to get them so that I'm delivered to my family's house in the States, so I can take them with me when I come back in August. So I'm going to be ordering a whole pile of them. I have some on ebook already, but I need to get at least the trade papers. And $20 for those is really a reasonable price. So
we're just about down to our last 3 books that need to be edited by Paul Herman, and after that, we're primarily waiting for our artist, Mark Wheatley, to find time from his busy career to do the covers for him. So,
oh yeah, he does a great job on those covers. I love the Breckenridge Elkins one with him fighting the bar. Yeah. That's really good. Let's see. So what else we got? Yeah, Goat Man, the mince pie smoothie. That's the video I was thinking of. It looked pretty good, actually. I would have tried it. I like mince pies. That was after Uncle Jimmy's mince pie extravaganza of ratings there. Paul, definitely going to dive deeper into my Robert E. Howard love when I get the chance. I just seem so overwhelmed every time I turn around. Yeah, that can happen. Real life can be troublesome that way for sure. Well, I hope you look forward to those videos, Paul, when they come out. Make sure to celebrate champagne. Well, I'm not a champagne fan, but I'll drink something fun. I'll have my sparkling water or something here. Yep, I'm all cut up on my Robert E. Howard that are out so far. The ones from Robert E. Howard Foundation. Cool. Okay, just waiting for the new ones. They are great. Printed in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Wow. Very cool. And 3 cheers to the man from JCCOB. All right, thanks, Alan. Appreciate it. Thank you. I want to thank everyone for hanging with me today. Sorry that there were some tech difficulties for you, Chad. Rob, thanks for hanging around for the whole thing. John, thanks for jumping in, and everyone else, who popped on and who watched. Really appreciate it, and hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. And I'll still keep ticking over and trying to get some decent stuff out there on the channel. So really appreciate everyone watching and all the cool people I've met this past year. So I hope everyone else's rest of their year goes well too. So
Same to you.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah. So yeah, just a reminder, everyone, that we got the Robert E. Howard Foundation Press channel run by John. We got SpaceArchives by Rob, which is a fantastic channel also, and ditto Chad at Chadwick's Channel of Stuff. And please check them out and like and subscribe if you haven't already.
This guy right here.
Yeah,
this guy right here.
Yeah, congrats, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks.
Congratulations on your anniversary. It's fantastic.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't really know what to do. I thought about just making a regular video, but I was like, let's have a little party and have some fun with some of my pals online here, both just in the comments and showing up on screen. So thanks a bunch, guys, and thanks everyone for watching. We'll catch you guys later. Take care.
Take care.
See ya. Party on.